going on?
How y'all feeling today, man?
Feeling
What's up with
splendid,
y'all?
exquisite.
Man, Gus's adventures continue.
Yeah, I'm in Maine. A little lobster roll. Try to eat good. You know what I mean? When you out,
Oh,
What was
what was
that?
that?
Gus coast to coast.
got
I don't know.
got the lobster taco and all that. Niggas eating good out here.
We got a lot to talk about. We missed the last 2 weeks because of my stupid schedule.
Yeah, I heard. I
Where
messed
you want
up
to
the
start it?
program.
Um, we can start with start the furthest back to U.S. basketball. You know, uh, we took gold like expected. They started off rocky. You know, took a couple L's in the exhibition matches. And I think we lost to Nigeria and France.
That was a
Like they're
big
the record.
one. The
Mm,
Nigeria one.
mm.
'Cause that just came with a lot of backlash. It was like, how we losing Nigeria? They dropped a diss track on Stephen A.
We didn't have no chemistry yet. You know,
Okay.
there was no real practice. And then like half the team didn't get was still in the finals. Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Book. It was all set in the finals when the Olympics started. So give them the benefit of the doubt.
So we just got to thank Durant for that one, pretty much.
Basically, because Durant was the only person that played like his actual self. He carried them through those last couple of games. Oh, I thought you were saying something.
What you got?
I thought you were saying something. Yeah.
No, you know,
I
I'm
mean,
listening. You talking about the
there's a
final
lot of
that's
people
gonna happen?
doubting it. But I knew they was gonna get it together eventually. It's because like Kevin Durant is better than every other player that is at the Olympics.
My thing is, how is Durant and Draymond just the best of friends right now?
That's what I'm trying to
They
say.
was
They,
never
they,
on
they, they
bad
trying.
terms. That was just what the media made it out to be. You know what I'm saying?
But it was like when on Draymond's show, Durant said that was a factor, but they just put it on Steve Kerr and Bob Myers saying, "Oh, well, they fucked it up." So yeah, that was the main reason. I was like, I don't know how you just blame the coach and I guess the owner, GM, whatever Bob Myers is, and for him leaving.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
I guess making it more than what it is, that was an issue.
yeah, like they made it more than what it was to the media, but they never had a conversation like internally. So I guess that rubbed Katie the wrong way. But I mean,
But now
Yeah,
but now they're best of friends.
right.
yeah, yeah. I guess they decided not two black people want to chew each other up on this internet. You know what I'm
For
saying? We're not gonna
once.
chew each other up for once, right?
But I
I mean,
mean,
he did the same thing with LeBron. He called LeBron a bitch, and then they business partners. So I mean,
yeah, you know, LeBron that had Draymond on the shop how many times? Yeah, at least like 3, 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the league now, I guess. People can beef on the court, but then off the court, they try to make money together.
But that's like real life though, man. A lot of people beef on the court to a certain degree. I mean, this is real life. I mean, like not now. You can't beef on the court now the way how these young boys is now.
Hmm.
Back then, it's called basic competition. That's how it was. You got your ops or who you play against. You know what I mean? You got to outshow this person, even though that could be your best friend, but he an enemy on the court.
Right?
so it's just the heat of the moment, pretty much, and just like and the media just took it to where it shouldn't have went.
Basically.
Basically,
But I'm not surprised though, 'cause I mean, they both Like the thing they care about most is basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like all the personal stuff is just that personal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just giving a little bit of extra layer of drama to this season, though, because I think it's gonna be a good ass season.
According to Stevie A, it's going to be the best season of all time.
I don't know if I say that much, but
Well, next season.
this
Best
season gonna be
basketball
crazy.
season of all time.
Yeah, they come out them Lakers all
Speaking
crazy.
of Stephen
Like,
A,
old.
you know, you see him, and Max Kellerman, they're splitting ways. He leaving First Take, and they're basically gonna be treating Stephen A versus the World. They're gonna try to bring in like guests every episode. How y'all feel about that?
I mean, is it confirmed he's leaving, or is it still rumored?
It's confirmed that he's leaving First Take. He's still going to be on ESPN, but like what they do to replace him is still up in the air. But the rumor for that is he's trying to set it up so like every week Stephen A. bringing in a new guest, and you know they go back and forth with him.
I mean, I guess you're just going to keep having Perkins on there and
Man,
Swagoo on there.
I had Lil Wayne on there. He gonna have everybody on there. Believe me,
Right.
anybody that he think he's smarter than. He think he's smarter than.
Basically,
Yeah.
Or at least on the basketball side, because football ain't it.
yeah, we know that. Well, I don't know.
If that's what he wants to do, I mean, go ahead. We all know Max is the boxing guy, but he done his due diligence to learn the sports as he went along. He not as wild. Who?
What's the guy name? He need to put
Skip.
No, Jalen Wilson.
Jalen Rose.
Yeah.
I know Jalen Rose. He got his show with somebody.
It's Jacoby. Jalen Jacoby.
Yeah, I mean, their show was pretty solid. I like their show.
Yeah. I'll be shocked.
Nothing wrong getting more.
We got Jalen Wilson on there though.
It depends. I mean, if they just want to get a retired player, or I always liked Jay Will. Jay Will's pretty good, but he got a show with Keyshawn. So I mean, I don't know. I think they're pretty stretched pretty thin on trying to get a co-host.
Right. And honestly, I'm kind of upset about it because I kind of like I like his hot takes because Max Kellerman said some wild shit, but at least he will hold his own against Stephen A. in that yellow match. You know what I'm saying?
Not. I mean, they weren't too wild. It wasn't Ryan Hollins wild. So I mean, I can't say they were too crazy. Like the stuff Stephen A. should have back as a black man, like he didn't do it. Like Max Kellerman was backing it.
All right. Ain't no one talking while I'm talking, so everyone shut the fuck now. What's going on, everyone?
What's on with you?
What I miss?
We was talking about, KD, Draymond, and the Warriors a little bit. I know you probably have a little bit to say on that. So I thought I'd let that for you.
How about the Suns? You all right?
Things happen. People fall apart. I'm jumping off that bandwagon pretty quick. So
Hopping back onto the Bulls.
I don't know about all that. Let's not get crazy here. Like I'm interested in the Bulls right now, but I'm not gonna say I'm hopping back on that bandwagon. I'm a fan for hire right now.
A fan for hire.
A fan for
hire.
Yep.
That's new. That dude was on suicide alert when Suns was going down.
Nah. My man CP3 choked. What can I say? That's all it was. He choked. Yeah. There's nothing else you can say about it. CP choked.
I mean, but the final nail in the coffin, I guess hitting on final stuff for a second, but the final nail in the coffin was Book turning it over in Game 5 when Drew Holiday got that steal and threw that oop to Giannis. That was when it was done.
That was deflating, I think. I think that just really took the air out because Game 5, that was in Phoenix? Yeah, that was in Phoenix too, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. Game 5, Phoenix, and went down to the
Game
last
6.
play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they won in 6. They won in Milwaukee. Yeah, I mean, it also wasn't Phoenix's time. I mean, it was Chris Paul's time. Chris Paul could have won that series for them. He played horrible. He played horrible all 6 games to me. Even the game where he kind of got off, he didn't look like himself.
I mean, that first game he went crazy. That game 1, he dropped like damn near 40.
He looked scared the whole game. Like the whole series, he looked like, "What am I doing here? What am I gonna do? I don't know what to do." He just looked outside of his game, and then they did throw a lot of bodies at him. Like Milwaukee was smart. They knew if they stopped CP3, that was pretty much it. That's all. That's all you had to stop.
Yeah, I mean, this Book was going to get his points regardless.
Yep.
As long as you made sure that was inefficient.
Yep.
Damn.
So they're saying Book, Jay Crowder, Akins, they were just all just like fodder. It was just like stop.
So Akins had to deal with Giannis, so that automatically makes him a non-factor because Giannis was on another level. Book, it's not that he's like fodder or anything like that, but he's young. That's really all it is. Like everyone has a time. I think there's always a time where someone's going to win. It wasn't Booker's time because that's what would have happened. Would have had to happen. The only player I've ever seen like step up when it wasn't really their time was D-Wade. I haven't seen anyone else step up super early because Miami should have lost that when they won against Dallas.
Van Fleet did too. Van Fleet.
I'll give you that. Yeah, but
Van Fleet definitely.
But Van Fleet came out of nowhere.
Yeah, but that was a flash fire. He was a flash fire though. Like he's not consistently doing that. Like nobody expected that. That was a 6-man.
He did this year too. He ain't did good when we started this.
Did they make the playoffs this year? Toronto made the playoffs?
No, they make the playoffs.
They don't got Kawhi, bro. They don't got Kawhi. They don't got they missed like 3 players on that thing.
Yeah.
And then like the last like 20 games of the season, they sat Kyle Lowry. Like, I didn't get that. That was kind of weird.
I think they want to move on from Kyle, but they're trying to do. They don't want to just state it in the media just because Kyle's been there so long. But they're done. Hey, Leo, what's up?
He stated it in himself, selling his fucking home before the season was over. So
I mean, you know, I've never seen the appeal to Kyle Lowry, to be totally completely honest. Like I've always thought he was an overrated point guard. But I think that about a lot of shorter guards.
I don't think he was overrated.
He plays good defense.
I don't think he's overrated. He plays good D. He played a point guard position the way how supposed to be played, and he averaged 20. So that's good.
Yeah.
He's a classic tier 2 player.
I can see that. I'm interested to see what they do in Miami because a lot of people have Miami high on their list all of a sudden, and
that's my number 3 team in the East right now.
In the East,
because of the talent.
Yeah.
They want to say that because of the talent.
Because I mean, Kyle Lowry at the 1, Victor Oladipo at the 2, Jimmy at the 3. I don't know who they're running at the 4 just yet, but still got Bam at the 5. I mean, that's a pretty nice starting lineup.
Are they running Bam at I thought Bam was a 4. Is he a 5?
He's a 5.
I thought he was a 4. Oh, you know who I'm getting him mixed up with the kid in Toronto. Never mind.
Pascal?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a 5.
Okay. They're nice, but I mean, in the East, who you got? In the East, you obviously have Brooklyn, who's not going anywhere.
You got
the Bucks. They're not really going anywhere. You know what they're going to be. I think Atlanta, all of a sudden, they got really deep. I think they're going to be really dangerous for the next few years now, just because they all of a sudden got that. They got a shot early, and Trae Young tasted blood. I could see Atlanta starting to make some moves that they would not characteristically make, just because they're like, all right, we got this kid. We need to keep him. We need to go in. They need to go in the win now mode, honestly. Because
Atlanta.
Yep.
They got time though, because I mean, Trae, he just got onto his first actual contract. You know, John Collins is pretty young. Kevin Huerter is young.
They gave him a lot of money.
They gave John Collins way too much money. He's not worth what they. It was like what 108, I think.
I think it was 110 million.
Yeah, no, he's not worth that.
He's not that effective.
So I'll say this: So I'm gonna name 5 teams. You tell me to look out for in the next season. What the Suns?
Yeah, this will be a high seed.
Yeah, the Suns aren't going anywhere. They're going to be a top 3 seed. I say.
Yeah.
All right, so are we including like Dallas or not Dallas, like LA and Brooklyn, or are we doing not the obvious choices?
I'm just picking 5 teams you think we should look out for. Just going into after everything's said and done with the off season.
I'd
Not
probably
Pat Bev because he's still going somewhere. He's
he's going.
We don't know what team he's going to end up on yet.
Bev is going to touch. Bev is going to touch 7 teams within the next 2 seasons.
So I'm just saying with the Suns, Chris Paul's 4-year extension. Are they a team to look out for next year?
Not no more.
They can make it to the conference final.
They can make it. They're a top 3 seed. They can slip in the conference finals because I think you got the Suns. I think you got LA, obviously the Lakers. I think
let me get his 5 teams first, though.
Oh, go ahead.
The Warriors. Steph signed his 4-year extension. Clay coming back.
Yeah.
That's who what's the name going to go up against
too, honestly.
Yeah, I like their chances more than what's that now? More than the Suns.
I
won't argue that.
All right, so we're already talking about the Heat. So the Heat, Kyle Lowry, PJ Tucker, Jimmy Butler. So they're a force to be working with.
They can sneak into the conference finals, but I see them in the second round.
PJ Tucker going to play power. PJ Tucker going to play power forward, right?
Oh yeah, PJ Tucker is on there. He's going to play power
forward.
That's a good pickup. That's a bad loss for Milwaukee, low key.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
What about the Bulls?
Yo,
DeMar DeRozan.
Yo.
They're first round knockout to me still.
Yeah, they're first. They'll be
Lonzo.
exciting.
I like them though.
They'll look good, but I don't think they're sturdy enough.
Nah.
So we got no faith in DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso.
Wait, they picked up Caruso?
With Zach LaVine.
Caruso too, yeah.
That's a good pickup. They're going to be very fun to watch. They're going to be fun to watch. Maybe
Just
second round
right.
knockout, depending on matchups. They're second round knockout.
I see him as a 6-7 seed right now.
I can see their bench doing some numbers on top of their starters.
What's the team? What they talking about?
The Bulls.
No, I just need 5 teams to look out for. Like, are they worth looking out for? Like in the upcoming season. So as I'm saying, the Bulls, the Heat, Warriors, and Suns so far.
I think you should be looking out for the Heat. The Heat had a bad year last year. They're gonna be a top team again, at least top 4.
I think so too.
I
don't even think that's it. Go ahead.
And obviously the Lakers, Carmelo, Trevor Ariza, Dwight Howard, Westbrook.
Yeah.
The Lakers during the regular season are going to be They're gonna ramp it up in the playoffs. I think during the regular season they're gonna be a 4 or 5 seed. I think once you get to the playoffs, that's when you're gonna really see them ramp it up.
I think they're gonna be about a 4 seed. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I see 4. They're not gonna be 1 because you don't have enough shooting on that team right now because you got rid of people.
I mean, they got rid of what? All their shooters?
All of them.
They got rid of Dennis Schroeder is a better shooter than most of them guys that they got that ain't Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah. I mean,
Carmelo's probably more of a pure scorer on that team than
they got Malik Monk though, bro.
He shot what, 40 from 3?
He really good 3-point shooter.
But you know, in today,
38%. But I mean, might as well be 40.
But you know, in today's league, you need more than just one guy.
Yeah,
right.
no.
Like,
They got more than one guy though.
And they starting lineup though, like LeBron is their best shooter, and that's a problem.
That's bad. That's horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
If LeBron's your best shooter.
Oh boy.
So who's starting for the Lakers?
Well, if Carmelo starts, because to me, I think he should start.
I don't think he should.
I agree.
So what you think they might should be? You think they start lineup?
I think it should be Westbrook, Melo, Bron. I would say Trevor Ariza, and then maybe Mark Gasol.
No,
He's got the right to come off the bench.
Also
I'm sorry, AD. I'm sorry,
right?
AD.
Yeah.
I forgot all. Listen, I don't really care too much for the Lakers like that. But AD and then Mark Gasol. Because when you can
I
That's
don't
a
even think
flip
it's
big
flop
all.
that,
I don't
lineup.
even think it's all gonna start. I don't even think it's all gonna start. He gonna help AD out.
You
who?
think you gonna go after this for AD?
Yeah, he come on the bench for AD. He gonna help AD out because AD be getting rest. You know, he always get hurt.
Who? Carmelo?
No, bless you.
No, I'm saying who
Thank
you
you.
saying is the swap? Who's the swap?
Marcus Gasol coming for AD. AD should start. Marcus talking about the bench.
No, that's what I'm saying. Mark Gasol gonna start. That's gonna put Dwight Howard in a second unit. He
Um,
probably be, but like Melo and Dwight don't fit well together. That's why I'm like, you gotta have Melo out there with somebody who a better passer.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Should AD load management?
The whole team should.
Honestly, yeah.
Except for Westbrook, because
Like,
Westbrook the
Mike
only
can't.
person that can play a full season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Westbrook's playing his 82. Yeah. That's
He
how
playing 82 games. That man's a
But
monster.
should AD play half those games? Should AD play like 41 games?
No, I think
About
AD
60.
should definitely play more than that.
Well, I'd say about 60, 65.
I think he should
When
play
I
about
look
65 games.
When I look at the Lakers, I look at it like this: who plays defense? That's what I look at it as.
Yeah,
honestly do.
Trevor Ariza might be. They're not. It's not even like LeBron is bad defensively. LeBron is more.
He plays the
probably
lanes.
the best. He plays exactly. He plays the stealing lanes. He's not an in-your-face one-on-one defender. Like he plays the lanes. He gets the steals and stuff like that. But LeBron is, I think I think the way that team gonna play, they're gonna be very, very organized basketball. It's not gonna be a single player on that team that's gonna be dominant. Westbrook probably might be the most dominant player on that team.
I can't see them averaging more than 90, 95, honestly. I don't think that's going to be a dynamic offense. Unless they now
It's gonna be
somehow
weird.
it is, but if they somehow go pick up who's the boy in Sacramento that they wanted at first?
He not Sacramento. You talking about young guy? You talking
Yeah.
about
The shooter.
Oh,
Damn, what's his name?
Buddy Hill.
Buddy Hill.
Buddy Hill?
Yeah. If they somehow could still make that happen, then
They're still struggling with that.
yeah. If they can somehow make that happen still, then that offense gets a lot better. But with what they have right now, they're going to have to rely on defense. They're going to have to keep players low. And I don't think any of those players are bad defenders, honestly, outside of Melo. I think Melo and Westbrook are their weakest links on defense.
Melo is a bad
Westbrook not bad on defense.
But back to the basket, Melo actually can play really good defense if you're putting your body on him. He's
Right.
really good at defending that way. But
And
he's
that's
not
because
good
he has
like,
body.
hands up. Because he has
No.
body. Exactly.
Like Westbrook, the problem with Westbrook is the problem with Westbrook in every sense. He's good at something until he overplays it. He overplays everything. That's when you're in trouble. So it's the same thing on defense. Once he overplays defense, that can lead to a lot of fast break points, I think.
I think Winston can help him out with that, though. I think LeBron gonna help him out with that. I think LeBron gonna see that.
I could see maybe.
And
Yeah.
honestly, it ain't even like LeBron. I get what you're saying because LeBron is on the floor in general, but the coaches have to see that.
No, not the general. It's just LeBron knew. LeBron tightened his players up on what they weak at again. He would see something. He was like, "Yo, he probably tell what's his name do you, but take your time."
No, I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you. I'm saying like the coaches need to catch that early though. They need to be seeing it because you got to let the coach do his job. And you're like, yo, Westbrook, you not doing something right.
But not all coaches can really get them. The guy be the player to do that. If it's somebody that he knows that's solidified and winning, I think he'll listen to him. He don't listen to nobody.
Westbrook is listening right now. I'm telling you because Westbrook needs to win.
He's gonna have to hear them coaches because Jason Kidd on that team, and he's a better point guard than LeBron is. Jason Kidd, so it's like
Kidd ain't on that team anymore.
He's
gone.
He's Dallas. He's Dallas's head coach now.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He went back home.
Yeah, and going back to your original question of 5 teams to look out for, Dallas is going to be one of them because I think Luka is going to take another step with J. Kidd there.
I think they're going to be the 3 seed this year.
Are you saying Luka because it's Olympic performance, just getting his team out that round?
No, not even that.
Did they get
impressive.
anybody? Did they get anybody?
That's the thing. Like
Nah,
Dallas needs another guy.
They're gonna be the same team like last year, bro. They ain't get nobody with the same thing.
Luke, I know, but I mean, look what Luka did last year, and he's
But
gonna
that's
get
not
better.
enough, obviously.
No,
it's not. Listen, you can't. It's not. It's that. Listen, the thing is about Luka getting better, but is he helping his team get better by being better?
He is.
I
I
mean,
think he makes
You
his team
got
better.
is the people around him going to get better? That's what it is. Luka cannot do it by himself.
Okay, I'll ask this question: Is Luka gonna be the new Dame Lillard?
No.
No.
In terms of not getting help.
No,
Mark
Cuban won't allow that. It may take a minute, but Mark Cuban will put talent around him eventually.
Eventually, how long we gotta wait?
I mean, you gotta wait till people become
available.
available.
You gotta wait till the people want to. Yeah, like somebody like honestly, a good player to put beside somebody like Luka is a Ben Simmons because he plays defense and he can control the floor and actually put the ball in that man's hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Somebody like a Ben Simmons would actually help him a lot.
Because what you're doing with Luka is then you're taking the playmaking.
Leaving him on a one-on-one.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you leaving him to deal with and somebody and people can't deal with him on a one-on-one.
The only team that's pushing for him that won him is seemed like Minnesota and Sacramento, and the Golden State Warriors. They're the only team that's really interested.
Golden State isn't getting Ben Simmons.
No, they're not gonna get him. You got to give up too much.
Y'all better stop thinking that can't happen.
Listen, it would have happened because they've been had that on the table.
No, it's not
that. That on the table.
If they can lower that bid, like they just take Wiggins.
That shit was supposed to happen. I just think that they don't want to get rid of Ben Simmons. I'm just trying to tell you, that was supposed to happen. You're supposed to take what they was giving us.
That bid was a little too much.
Yeah,
they wanted a lot.
They was giving us a lot, but they was giving us a lot. I would have took.
No, we asked for that much. We want a Wiseman draft picks. They was
wanting us to get another 2 draft picks and fucking Wiggins. That was enough.
But they wanted Wiseman too, and I was like, oh, okay, y'all doing too much.
That's not.
They want a superstar. They don't want just regular stuff. They want an actual player.
What's your main superstar?
They want a superstar for Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
That's why he hasn't been traded yet.
Listen, he's not. No. I'm just saying, boys, we can make that happen with a 7-14 in Wiggins. Wiggins will probably fit better over here than Ben Simmons is right now by the people, quote unquote, the people say, right?
Yeah, because Wiggins is more of a scoring type of player.
Right.
You need somebody to take initiative to score.
Anybody did.
Yeah. I mean, but Wiggins played deep, but he's not better than Ben Simmons at defense.
No.
The key thing is, and if you want me to take my opinion of Ben Simmons overall, is we can all jump down his throat for what he did not do, but he had too many games where he showed that he can play. The dude is a fucking monster. He's a defensive genius, and he can play offense. Because the reason why I'm looking at it different, because Rudy Gobert, he bust Rudy Gobert's ass.
Yeah.
He put 42 on him, and then was making his free throw. That's why I'm like, yo, it's up here.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, it's up here. It's most definitely.
Can I ask you something? By what we know and what we see, can he take over a game?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think he can.
No, he can't. No.
Listen. Listen. Somebody with that type of potential can. It's up here. He has to have this.
Yeah,
it's always going to be that.
We're not talking about up here. We're talking about reality, bro.
No, he has that.
Not here.
But that is the reality. That is the reality.
I think
he doesn't have that.
I think the wrong question got asked. It's like more often than not, can he take over a game?
More often than not, probably no, because he hasn't done it. He hasn't done it. But
I think that's a real question. More often than not, can Dame Lillard take over a game? Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So without thinking about it, it's just like if you gotta think about it, then it's probably a no. So it's like more often than not, can Ben Simmons take over a game?
I'm not convinced Ben taking over no game, but by the same time, I don't want to lose it. If the Warriors offers the 2 first-round picks and Wiggins, I would have did that. I would have did that.
I want to take that.
They don't want to give it. This thing about 2 first-round picks, and both of the first-round picks that Warriors picked up are studs right now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
So
but you
get what
don't know
I'm
what's
saying?
going to happen this year. You talking about getting core players back? They made trades
Listen,
that make more sense.
we could have got a real power forward. Obviously, we ain't have a power forward yet on our team because of a person like Ben Simmons. You ever noticed that? You
Because you
could have got
can't
a
have
real
a
power
power forward
forward.
with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid.
You
You can't have
you
a
can't have a power forward with Ben Simmons, right? We could have had a real power forward. And we could have got a
No,
shooter
you
in the
can't have
guard.
a power forward. You can't have a power forward with Embiid. You can't have a power forward with Ben Simmons.
You can have a power forward with Embiid.
No, you can have a power forward.
No, I'm saying,
You
like,
can't because Embiid, he's a ball dominant player. The ball has to be in his hand for him to be
But
effective.
everybody is playing out of his position except Embiid, bro. Everybody playing out of
Wait,
their
you
position
said
except Embiid. Everybody's playing out their position. They're not playing their position. What's
but
name is not
because it,
out.
no,
So what are
if
you
we
saying?
base
If
it
you
off
move
of
Ben
if we
Simmons,
base
they would work better?
I'm just saying, listen, we got a team that's a positionless team, bro. Ben Simmons' only team that he gonna do good with is the Warriors. You got to know who position you gonna play
No,
everywhere else.
I agree that he would do good on the Warriors just because he's a more talented Draymond. Like he can do everything that Draymond can do.
He would do great on the Warriors.
Yeah,
He won't have all the ways to be open and everything. He will do great. He will average a dub with them.
He would, but the problem is they would have to give up their future for him because once
Got no future. They already did that.
once Steph and Clay, once they're gone,
I will agree with you
it.
about that, Ryan. I agree because you got to think if you're giving up that much, the Warriors is the way that their makeup is. They're not about mortgaging away their future. That's why they haven't made that move because they're not about
their
that.
Future already, bro. They already gave up their future already.
No, they didn't.
They got what?
We got a bright future right now.
You just got
Wiseman.
You just got another top 3 pick. They got picks.
Listen, bro. 5 years from now, they're gonna be a team that try to be all right. They're not gonna be. They never gonna be.
I don't think so.
You let
listen.
these rookies that we got in Wiseman season up for 5 years, bro.
They're looking good right now.
First of all, Wiseman would have been
bro.
He probably would have been the rookie of the year had he not got hurt.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, Aaron, what's going on?
What do you mean? He was balling out there.
No, he wasn't.
Wiseman would have been a rookie of the year had he not got hurt.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't being Halliburton. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Who?
They was playing way better than Halliburton, and the numbers playing way better than him.
No, they wasn't. No, they wasn't.
It came.
They were not better than Wiseman.
But Halliburton wasn't playing better than Wiseman.
Before he got hurt, Wiseman was averaging like 17 points and I think he was like 38% from 3. That's absurd.
When he first started off, he wasn't doing nothing.
His first game went up for 18.
Hold on. If we're talking about Golden State's future, right? Klay Thompson's 31 years old, so that's not too bad for right now.
I mean, that's
and
3 or 4 more years.
Steph is 33, which is not bad. He got a 4-year, he got a 4-year extension, right? So, and Draymond's whatever. He's still in his early 30s too. So I mean, their future isn't in jeopardy.
They've done
it, as I would say.
So this
they're not in panic mode. I can say the Heat are in panic mode because they got Kyle Lowry and he's 35 years old.
No, but
so
that's
it's just
different.
The age is a factor unless it's LeBron, so it doesn't really matter. It's Tom Brady. They're just like cyborgs and whatever the case may be. But their future's not in jeopardy. They still got people in their prime to carry the franchise, and they could get more people within the years. Like they're not Miami that's panicking. I think Miami's panicking by getting.
I don't think Miami's panicking because I don't think Miami gave up anything that they will miss in the long term.
Why get Kyle Lowry? He's 35 years old.
Because they want to win right now, but they didn't give enough. They didn't leverage their future.
Kyle Lowry makes you win.
He's an upgrade.
A great scorer.
He's an upgrade. He's an upgrade. He's an upgrade.
Does he make you win?
But there was no move that they could make that would make them an instant favorite right now, unless they get a superstar.
But that doesn't make you better by getting a 35-year-old player. Just like, hey, this is gonna make us better.
It makes them better because he's a better point guard. So I mean, he's a
they
better
don't have
point
a true
guard.
point guard.
Right. So they're instantly
they don't have
better.
A true point guard.
Who was their point guard before? Was it Duncan Robinson?
Goran Dragic.
Yeah, no, they weren't going anywhere.
Duncan Robinson is still on the team too, so.
Yeah.
This boy's name should be Gordon Tragic, like, because he was tragic.
Right.
Yeah.
Tragic. He was hurt, you know,
But-
like.
But
that's the case of the whole Warriors, right? The whole Warriors.
if I think of a player, it's just like it's not Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry's not gonna put us off. Yeah, we're
Hey,
definitely
Joy,
going with
what's
Kyle
up?
Lowry.
But no, looking at like, so if you look at Golden State, what did they want? They wanted Wiseman. They wanted what? They wanted their pick this year, right?
Yeah, they wanted both of our 7th pick and our 14th pick, and they
The Sixers allegedly
No,
wanted both
no,
picks,
no,
Wiseman and Wiggins, and some more stuff.
But you gotta understand the offer what they gave what was given to us. They was gonna give us Wiggins and the 2 picks. That's I would take
Right.
I don't want Wiggins. Wiggins,
No.
he's not. I don't really trust him.
bro.
like that.
You can't. It's not about trusting. What is you trusting Ben Simmons?
What do you
for, bro?
mean? What do you mean? I don't trust
can
either
you-
one of them, but I
How
don't
can you
want
put trust in
Wiggins.
any player in the NBA when anybody drop it down somebody here, bro? How can you trust people right now? What are you
Because
talking
you got to go out and get a beast. You got to go out and get somebody who's a
about?
killer.
Beast. It ain't no
To
beast.
play
I
with
don't
somebody
need
like
my
you, got to have a scorer's mentality to play with somebody like Joel Embiid. You can't do it outside of that. That ain't Wiggins. I don't want that.
Listen,
So
if we get rid
the
of Ben
kind of
Simmons,
player
we
that-
have to get somebody to fix all that.
So the problem
Yeah,
is with
because-
Wiggins and Embiid, it could work. It could work. I'm not gonna say 100%.
I don't
It
see it.
couldn't. It could just
I don't
because
see it.
Wiggins
You can
Wiggins is a good player. He has not been put in the right system. He has not had the right coach. I don't think. I think when you in Minnesota, they wanted him to be Kobe, right? Pretty much. That's what they thought he was going to be. They thought he was going to come and be dynamic. He was just going to be. He was going to play above the rim, and he was going to be like their mid-range scorer. He was just going to be their go-to guy. That wasn't going to work. They
But
sent
who's
him to
the
Golden
right
State
player? That's the question. Who's the right player? Then?
for Philly.
To play with somebody like Embiid,
Yes.
A point
the
guard.
if
right-
I had to pick, I would say
Dame.
somebody like Jason Tatum or the other one from Boston, Jason Tatum or
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. That's the type of player you need. You need those players who were like the Kobe's and the Tracy McGrady's of their past to play with guys like them.
Yeah.
Because you think Shaq and Kobe, bang. That's all I got to say. You know what I mean? You had
Brown perfect. We'll never get no shit. We'll never get Tatum.
woohoo.
I said,
Yeah, no.
We
Jaylen Brown was perfect. We'll never get Tatum.
Why? I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, you
I would
could've.
not say that. That's a Tracy
At one
McGrady
point-
product right
Yeah, we
there.
could have got. We should have.
That's a Tracy McGrady product right there.
That's what we supposed to. That's what we supposed to draft it.
We should have got Jason Tatum. That's who we should have
Exactly.
got.
That's
we
what
got- And we got Markelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. It's
Well,
breaking up as you saying that. My bad.
If Kobe trained them, get him.
Kobe trained Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
T-Mac trained Jaylen
Tatum.
Brown.
Yeah.
What's name traded Giannis, bro? Kobe traded Giannis.
Philadelphia got fleeced in that trade. Like Boston,
They
just
definitely.
knew.
I don't know what they was thinking when they got Markelle Fultz.
It didn't make sense.
He's a good player, but it didn't even make sense.
Markelle Fultz was bored until he got in that fucking bike accident that nobody seemed to be talking about, bro. He was riding dirt bikes in Philly. He crashed, bro. He busted both his shoulders up.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah, but at the end of the day, but he's still.
He's
He's
still
still
like
like.
only the streets know. The people in the area don't know. The streets know though. We know he.
But Markelle Fultz was never. But Markelle Fultz wasn't better than Jason Tatum.
Never.
Yes, he was in college.
No, he
Yes,
wasn't.
was.
No, he
Yes,
wasn't.
was.
Tatum.
That's kinda-
Tatum always
Yes,
looked the
He
best.
was in college. The best. He averaged more than Tatum in college. Look it up. Stop talking.
I guess.
Look it up. Look it up.
I guess. Because
He was
wasn't
a
Luka
point
in that
guard,
same
yes.
draft too?
Listen, he's a point guard.
Nah, I
Sixers
don't think he was.
Listen,
That was a
Sixers
year
need-
later. I
Luka
think.
was what?
Yeah, Luka was a year later.
2016 or 17.
Can I
Yeah,
ask
like
you something? Sixers needed a point guard, bro. They didn't need no shooting guard. They needed a point guard.
Who was their shooting guard?
They didn't need no shooting guard, bro.
They needed everything at that point. They ain't had shit at that point.
But
was
you
trash.
gotta understand.
Yeah.
And the scouts and
They honestly still
listen,
need a shooting guard.
That's
That's the number one thing they've always needed.
What?
They always needed a scorer. The Sixers haven't had a scorer since Allen Iverson.
They got Embiid, don't they?
That's a center.
No,
That's different. You need a
I'm
perimeter
talking-
threat.
You need somebody that stops people like James Harden, that has to play against the Kevin Durant's, that has to play against the actual people who do things different. Like Embiid, 100% Embiid is the scorer of the team. But if you got, like I said, if you have Shaq and Kobe, remember at one point Shaq and Kobe was averaging like almost 29 a game, and Shaq had damn near 30 a game. So like you need that That's what you need. The league doesn't have stuff like that no more.
So what you
That's
need pretty
what I'm
much
saying.
is someone who can break your best defender down on that team.
Right.
That is exactly
Whereas
what you
a
need. Embiid,
one-on-one, because you
Right.
can't double team that one player because you leaving Embiid open. If you got to leave, that's what makes the Sixers. That's why I'm mad at Ben Simmons, because I'm like, dude, you do not understand that you can make this team scary, the scariest team in the NBA. I don't give a fuck if you LeBron and you got KD on that team too. The scariest team will be the Sixers, because if you got somebody like a Seth Curry and you got Ben Simmons that can, if his ass was scoring, the most dangerous team in the league, period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Because nobody's stopping Embiid. Nobody is stopping that man.
If your man Ben averaged 18 in the playoffs, you'd have won a championship.
Hey, here's the answer to your question.
I agree,
Mike.
100%.
Mike, the answer to your question, the Sixers point guard in 2016 was Sergio Rodriguez. So I think we need a point guard. I'm just saying.
Mike, I'm not gonna keep arguing with you about basketball, Mike. I'm not gonna keep arguing with you about basketball.
So the point guard for the Sixers was Sergio Rodriguez.
You're not gonna waste my time, bro.
Listen,
you told me need a.
But who was the shooting guard though? Who was the shooting guard?
Listen. Here's our point guards for this.
Who's the ball? Deep in the ball. What's the name? Don't fucking with that in the Minnesota. You know what I'm talking about?
The shoot. Nick Secaucus, or that was a shooting guard. And another shooting guard.
No. It was Covington, bro.
Gerald Henderson was another shooting guard.
You're talking about for the Sixers, right?
For the Sixers.
Covington.
No, it was
Listen.
It was Baby Curry. It was the other
Cam,
Curry.
Look, Cam. Let me say this. Let me say this to Gus real quick. I got fuck with him now.
Brandon Paul also.
JJ Barrera. Remember him? I'm not saying he was bad, but JJ Barrera. That was not a great point guard. We got who would LeBron have? Who the fuck? What's his name? LeBron had on that championship team. No, I'm Mo Williams. The white boy. What's his name?
I know who you're talking about.
It starts with a D.
Dario Saric.
No, not Dario. Dario's Philadelphia.
He wound up getting a big contract and wound up leaving when LeBron left. He won the finals with LeBron. He got a championship.
I know you're talking
Wait,
about
Mike Miller? You're not talking about Mike Miller.
No. They
Curry stopper.
Deli.
Come on, man. You're talking about, listen, you can win championships with bad guards. You can't win championships without no shooting guard.
Yeah.
Period. I've never seen a team win a championship without a good shooting guard.
Don't forget Christian Wood was our power forward. Don't forget Christian Wood was our power forward, and he's getting big money now.
We had a trash team.
I've
never seen a championship team without a shooting guard. Never seen one.
A lot of them did. Your man won without it, right?
Not in the NBA.
D-Wade and Shaq. Yes, he did.
D-Wade's a shooting
D-Wade
guard.
was a shooting guard.
Shut up.
No, Gary Payton was a point
I'm
guard.
going back to this. We had this conversation last time.
Gary
D-Wade
Payton
was a
point
shooting guard.
Yo.
He was a shooting guard.
I'm not. He was not no shooting guard there, man.
D-Wade was a shooting guard.
D-Wade was a point guard, bro.
No, it was Gary Payton and Jason Williams.
Gary Payton was starting, bro.
It was Gary Payton and Jason Williams.
Yep.
Gary Payton was starting, bro.
Yeah. No, Jason Williams was starting.
Jason Williams was
I'm
starting
thinking right now. Look,
It was
I'm
Jason
looking at it
Williams.
right now. D-Wade was the shooting guard.
He's ranked the third best shooting guard of all time.
Who played point guard?
It was Jason Williams
Gary Payton.
and Gary Payton.
You said White Chocolate played point guard?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yo, listen. I don't believe that. Look, they have to take him out in the final minutes. I swear God, they put big and something. I'm telling you, he did not play point guard.
Now I'm not saying that. Now listen. I won't say that what's name didn't have the ball in his hand bringing it up sometimes. But that's when the league started creating combo guards anyway, where people can play multiple positions. So D-Wade can play point. He just never was the point.
He actually came in as a point. Wade came in as a point.
He came in the league as a point, but he immediately got moved over.
Like
At this first year, he got moved to shooting guard.
A lot of people don't
because
know
they realized he was a scorer.
Wade and LeBron both came in as points. A lot of people don't know that.
I know. Everybody knew that.
Huh? What'd you say?
Everybody knew that.
I didn't know LeBron came as a point.
LeBron came in as a point.
LeBron was a point guard, bro.
Remember, his very first joint was a steal.
Yep.
Gus, you had a point. 05, 06 Miami Heat, they were one of the worst teams ranked. They won a championship.
No.
But they still actually good shooting guard.
I still stand by
ranked.
they should've won.
They're ranked. Shaq, D Wade, Kerry Payton. They're ranked one of the worst teams to win a championship. Because they beat Dallas 4-2.
They beat Dallas in 6 games, so I don't know. The best teams always win, so that's how I look at it.
Shaq, of course.
I mean,
But Shaq wasn't even the main factor. Wade won that Finals MVP.
Yeah, Wade went crazy because
Wade
they were
ball.
Dallas was dog walking them. Dallas was literally dog walking them those first 2 games, and Wade went nuts.
They was down 0-2, and then they whooped up on that ass.
So
they never won a game after that. What did they? No, I think it was 1-1, and then no.
It was 2-0.
It was 2-0.
Okay.
I think. Hold on.
I thought it was 1-1, and then Miami got one, and then 1-1, and then Dallas won again, and then after that they beat Miami beat them straight through.
Is that what happened? Hold on. 2006 NBA Finals. Because
but Cam, just try to find a team that never had a shooting guard that won a championship.
It's a lot of teams that have shooting guards.
That's
probably the
that's just in the modern era, though.
But that's probably like the 70s.
Yeah, you're going back.
You didn't give us a real question like recent. If you say recent, then we can say that. But you ain't saying you said that the team didn't win with a shooting guard.
I'm just saying, like, in the modern, y'all right, in the modern day era, because the NBA rules, everything was just different back then. It was, but now everybody, position wise, you can't win championships without no shooter.
You gotta go back to the 90s.
Once go ahead, Cam. My bad.
No, I was just saying you just gotta go back to the 90s, get a bad team that won a championship.
I don't even think the 90s. You gotta go before that.
Because even in the 90s, you still had Clyde Drexler. He was a shooting guard.
But it's just Houston. They got Houston being the worst team to win a championship. That 90s Houston.
Yeah, no, that's
on that team.
I doubt that because you can't have an MVP on that team and say that's the worst team.
I mean,
that's how I look at it. I get what you're saying, Cam, but I would never disrespect
it. The worst team.
They got Detroit. Mavericks was up 2-0 in that series, and then
I think Detroit is by far the worst team to win a finals. That Ben Wallace, like their defense was crazy, but I think they shouldn't.
No, I disagree because if you look at them the year before that, they were still number 1 seed. The year before that.
Yeah, but we all know regular season doesn't count.
But I'm saying that's to be in that position multiple years. That means that team was great because that Eastern Conference used to be more competitive back then.
Who was it when they were playing? Who was it? It was Detroit. It was Orlando,
Indiana.
It was Detroit, early LeBron.
You talking about the earlier years? So Milwaukee.
I got you.
Milwaukee.
I got you.
The Hornets.
The Spurs, bro.
No, it wasn't Hornets.
Okay, look, you're not about to jump on my Spurs. For what? Shooting guard? With Manu Ginobili. With Manu Ginobili.
Yes.
He came off the bench, bro.
He came off the bench for playing like 25 minutes.
Listen, don't be real, though. Let's you said it. It's the Spurs, bro.
And then, like, their starter was Danny Green, so he was coming in to play heavy.
No, you better say Bruce Bowen. You probably had to say Bruce Bowen, bro.
Bruce Bowen was a small forward.
He played shooting guard for them.
No,
he probably did play shooting guard. I thought he was shooting, but he used to play. He used to stick the best players on the team.
He used to always stick Kobe. Shooting guard.
Yeah, that's because he was their best defender.
You stick Kobe, bro.
No. You're wrong. They had Steven Jackson.
Yep.
Steven Jackson. There you go.
Yeah. Was it Steven Jackson born then? No.
Scored.
He averaged like 20 for his career though, or something like that, didn't he?
No, he didn't. No.
He probably like 15, 16 a game. But that's still a lot. That's fucking hard to do. No, Steven Jackson was a monster, bro.
15. He averaged 15 for his career.
Yeah, 15. That's
he would never get a Hall of Fame, bitch.
Oh no, he's not a Hall of Fame.
No, he's not a Hall of Fame.
Mouse of the Palace stopping that.
Yeah, no. If Malice and the Palace hadn't happened, Indiana has a ring. I'm telling you that right now. They win that year. I don't think anyone was beating them. That team was going wild.
Yeah.
Like early. Nobody was beating them. They were too good from top.
Make
to
sure y'all
bottom.
watch that on that DVD. That's a really good documentary. That's all that story.
I watched that one.
That was really good. We should have definitely talked about that one. We all should have done some homework on that and talked about that. I can do that for another podcast.
Ron Artest is on a world tour, so he's telling us everything that happened.
Mike, we want to say another thing. Mike, you said the Spurs, you know what I mean?
Listen, the Spurs, listen, man.
The Spurs won the threat. Man, come on, bro. Like, he's not. You said a great. You said a good shooting guard, bro.
Manu Ginobili.
He's a good shooter. Manu Ginobili.
Manu Ginobili came off the bench. Bro. Stop talking. He's not in the conversation.
How is he not in the conversation?
I'm gonna see. Listen, I'll tell you who probably was the worst shooting guard, and it probably is Steven Jackson to actually win championships with a team like, but it probably would be Steven Jackson. That's it. He's probably the worst one out of all of them.
Clyde Jackson, man, too.
So we're only talking.
No, that's a Hall of Famer. Hell no. That's a Hall of Famer right there, bro.
He's a Hall of Famer.
So we're talking stars.
He's a two-time champion.
He was the man with Portland. They won.
I'm sorry, he's a one. He only won one championship, right?
He didn't win with Houston.
He won with Houston. One with Houston, right?
He won one with Houston. He won two.
Yeah. Because the second time, I think he came for either the first or the second run. It might have been the first, so he might have two. There is none.
All right, so
because if you go all the way back to the 80s, you still got Michael Cooper.
Can I ask you? Who Dallas had a shooting guard?
Sean Marion.
There you go, right there. That's the worst thing.
No, Sean Marion's an all-star. No, that's an all-star right there.
That don't mean nothing, bro. That don't mean
Sean Marion, the Matrix is an all-star.
Yo, the Matrix might average 11 a game, bro. 11 12.
At that point, yeah. At that point, he did.
What you talking about, bro? That's the worst. He's the worst.
If you're looking at modern day,
it ain't not. Everybody got shooting guards. Bro.
Everyone has a two guard.
From Jordan on,
yeah,
the two guard is a necessity.
I mean, you could say what? Rip, maybe? Rip Hamilton?
No, he was averaging like 17 a game.
He averaged in the playoffs, he averaged like 22. Like, he was balling for them.
My bad, y'all.
Main score.
I think we had Sean Marion.
You get them phone calls.
Sean Marion probably the worst.
He probably was the worst one. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But he no. Steven Jackson. Sean Marion had more of a better career than Steven Jackson.
They're about the same to me.
I know they on par, but if you count, you got to think about it, right? Steven Jackson probably more of a champion. I think Steven Jackson got like 2 more championships than he did, and that's only like 2. No, Sean Marion was an all-star. He had at least 4 or 5 all-stars in his career. Listen. Hey, listen, they got the computers. Go to Basketball Reference and we'll see. Go to comparison.
Because he's done, bro. Sean Marion made all-star because he's done. You know, all good dunkers make the all-star game. You know that, right?
No, remember Phoenix? He was a monster in Phoenix.
He was dunking the ball, bro.
No, they was balling in Phoenix. He was balling in Phoenix.
Bro. And you can't tell him how niggas that dunk ball all the time make the all-star game. Is he tripping?
Yeah, Blake Griffin was an example of that shit.
Blake made the all-star game while dunking the hole.
Basically, because he never. I mean, he had later on. I thought he was really good when he started developing.
Shit, Zion made it to the league on dunking the low. So I mean,
and he's still.
But he's actually pretty. He actually really
honestly,
good though.
Marion, I think Marion had the better. Marion has the better career. It's not even close.
Listen, I know. I got you.
Look, so
they're one. Man, got that though.
Look, they're 1-1 in championships, right? All NBA teams. Steven Jackson has 0. Sean Marion has 2. Points per game. But listen, when it comes to stats, they're pretty close. Points per game, they both average 15.
They're very similar. Yeah.
Marion averaged 9 rebounds though. I did not know he averaged that many rebounds.
He was a good shooter.
9 rebounds. Steven Jackson had 3 assists. Marion has 5,000 more points than Steven Jackson. He has 7,000 more rebounds. Like, yeah, now Marion got it.
That's a significance. Yeah. That's significant.
Marion has it.
But how many All-Star games? How many All-Star games?
Marion has
at least 5 or 6. 4.
It's 4 for Marion, 0 for Jack.
That's what I'm saying.
Jackson never made an All-Star.
That means fans have picked you to be the better player.
Y'all, all he got the name is Captain Jack. That's it, bro.
Because he was a brute.
Yeah, no. I think, but the thing is, Steven Jackson didn't start getting respect until after his career was over. Honestly, like he didn't
Because
until he
you
started
got to
talking.
go back and look at it. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, all right, he was that boy.
And then him being on all like on ESPN and everything like that really helped him. Because he
made people actually go back and study up on what he did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
They look at that time that he spent on the Warriors team. You know, they look at the time that he was on the Spurs. You know, nobody actually paid attention to it while he was actually in the game.
Yeah.
So, but now, if you got a point, now this I said, look at this is a lot of point guard situation. The person that listen, if you're gonna have a team, it's all about your point guard and your center. If your point guard and center is good, you're gonna win it.
I say so, 20 or center. Or you have to have
is
dominant outside
one of those
guy,
positions though.
I'm talking
you have to have a point guard or a center.
You gotta have both. You gotta have a point guard and center. You gotta have a B though. You gotta have a point guard.
Nah. Well, it depends on what you're looking at.
You open it up for Embiid. Embiid is going. What do we gotta do, man?
Look, for Embiid to win, if you put someone like Damian Lillard on Philly, they're winning. They're a top 2 seed. That's disgusting. You're not stopping that pick and roll. And the only way you're stopping that is if Embiid keeps trying to play like Durant. That's one of their biggest issues. Is Durant Embiid jacks up too many threes. He dribbles too much. He is bigger than everyone in the league right now. And he refuses to stay his big ass in the post. He needs to stay his big ass in the post.
You gotta blame Ben Simmons for that though.
I don't blame Ben for that part.
That's not Ben.
That's not Ben. That's Embiid. That's coaching.
I'm gonna tell you why. You blame Ben Simmons for that. Ben Simmons the one supposed to be out the paint, playing point, right?
No, but so the problem is,
why is Ben Simmons in the paint then?
I've seen Embiid actually camp at the 3. Like he'll go stand his ass at the 3 and hey, call for it. He prefers to shoot that 3. He's even said he wants to be Durant. And I get it. Go ahead.
Well, look where Ben Simmons is at, bro. Look where Ben Simmons is at.
But why would I can't blame Ben Simmons for somebody else's game. That's Embiid's game. That's his game. That has nothing to do with Ben Simmons. What Ben Simmons gonna say over Embiid? Hey, yo, can you get down to the paint?
Because
I don't shoot, so
bro.
But Ben don't even shoot. I don't. At this point,
I said, the reason why
I would never
that stuff because
Ben Simmons should never say nothing. He don't say nothing to Embiid. That's not his fault.
He never did say anything.
No, I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying I wouldn't. If I can't blame Ben because you can't say nothing to Embiid. 2, you're not a shooter, so Embiid has to do what he do.
The number one reason is because he's not a shooter, and that's the reason why I said they had a traditional point guard, it wouldn't hurt the team. I'm just trying to tell you, they had a traditional point guard, it wouldn't hurt the team because everybody is out of position because of Ben Simmons. Everybody playing to shoot rather than.
Well, I think Maxey about to take a big jump, so things about to change.
I hope so.
I think Maxey gonna be their future point guard.
That's why I said they didn't let him play. Should have let him play.
You know what I mean?
He should have played more.
I'm gonna keep saying this because this is just my personal opinion. There's only 2 players I want on the Sixers right now because you can't get other people because other people committing and I don't know. It's just saying. You have to either get Bradley Beal or you have to get at least Jason Tatum if you can get them to. You need a scorer.
I can see us getting Jaylen Brown before.
How about who? My bad.
Daniel Lillard.
I can see
but it's like that's what I'm saying. You gotta hope that you can get him if you don't want to commit. He has to be like, oh, I'm ready to go to Philly.
You gotta opt out.
He has to say, I want to go to Philly.
Yeah.
Who, Lillard?
I don't know why he hasn't, because like that Portland team, they might not even make the playoffs.
They're not making the playoffs this year. They're not making the playoffs with Chauncey as their coach. It's not happening.
No.
Like, I think Chauncey's a very smart player, but this is his first head coaching gig. That team is already that team isn't that good. That team's not a good team. It never has been. It's just that Damian Lillard is
that's a really bad team. That's an example of a bad team.
Yeah.
I'm being dead honest. That is a really bad team. If they would have kept LaMarcus Aldridge, they would have been fine.
Yeah. Well, LaMarcus wanted out.
He wanted to leave.
Yeah, he wanted to leave. Yeah. But they already almost had a big 3. CJ McCollum maybe needed another year or two, and they would have been fine.
McCollum ain't it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And it may be that McCollum and Lillard ain't it, but I'm gonna tell you when I realized that McCollum was not it at all. It was this year. Like I've always been like, all right, he's almost there. He dribbles too much. He does the same move, and it never works. And he keeps doing it. His floater's trash. He relies on it too much. He keeps dribbling, and he does this.
Didn't he average like 20?
He's your second. He's your second. He's not a bad player. He's not a bum. He doesn't work on that team. If you could shoot, like if the ball is in your hand enough, you're gonna score. Like it's that simple. Who else do you have on that team who's gonna score?
You think if he go to the Sixers, he gonna make a difference?
Who?
McCollum?
Yeah. Absolutely.
McCollum would
makes
work.
a huge difference on
He
the
makes
Sixers.
because of his skill set.
I don't think we win a championship with it.
I'm gonna tell you now, McCullough will work good because he plays different. Him and Tobias Harris remind me of each other, but McCollum is a different type of player. You can tell Winston ain't look like he just want to get the ball in the basket. The way he played. I'm just named him. Tobias Harris look like he just want to get the ball in the basket.
He always looks
McCollum
like he's gonna rush.
Look like he actually will try to like break you down before he gets the ball to the basket, and that's a good sign because you're taking players away. Like you actually make somebody attract to you. I don't think Tobias Harris is that type of player. He's a great scorer. Like I think Tobias is a great scorer. Yeah. A lot of people don't give him that credit. I think he's a great scorer because he can put the 2-point in the basket. He's a really good scorer. But and he's definitely playing out of position because sometimes he got to be. I think he actually is a shooting guard.
Tobias?
He's like a small. He's small.
Nah,
he's tall. He's tall, but I think he plays like a shooting guard because of the way he plays.
The problem is he can't dribble. He can't dribble well enough to be put at the 2. If you put him at the 2, some of these 2s will eat him alive on defense. Honestly, that's the problem. He's still too big and stiff. I think CJ's biggest issue is I think what you said about CJ, I think that's also his biggest issue though. I think he gets so dead set on being the second best player. Like, okay, Dame isn't here. Let me show that I can break them down. He does too much because I've seen him where he's made a 2 dribble move, and he's gotten enough space to make a good move, but he'll pull it back and keep going. That's where he makes.
That's why we need to be. You like me personally. I grew up. I tell everybody this to the day. Y'all probably hear me say it a couple more times when we do this. I was a Tracy McGrady fan growing up. That's my favorite player. T-Mac, when he was with Toronto, reminds me of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown right now. Jaylen Brown is a gold mine that people aren't paying attention to because they don't know. Because even though he was showing it when Jason Tatum was in there, they wasn't winning. But this kid was putting up 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
He was
balling. Like them two together, they can both score and still exist. Like
they cannot.
That's why I said
they have multiple games. They have like both of them like 25.
They're both and actually win.
They can never put on another team with each other though. They're going to go on that team because the coaches he built his team around having 4.
They ain't even got that coach no more now.
Or they don't got Stevens no
more?
No. He got to upgrade.
Well, he got promoted essentially.
How you got to upgrade? You was a loser. Like you got to upgrade. Cool. You got swept in the fucking playoff.
He wasn't a loser. It's just that the way how they brought him in the one system that they ran 4 guards.
Yeah,
ran 4 guards.
They had a small team. You didn't have no big man at all.
He won a couple championships in Butler.
Murdered.
Yeah.
Who did they lose to? Who did they lose to?
The Nets.
The Nets? Okay, yeah.
I guess they went big.
That was what happened.
I think Ken said call interrupted the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, them calls be killing us, man. But yeah, like I say this, man. If I have to, the scariest team in the NBA right now
is Brooklyn.
I'm not scared of Brooklyn for some reason. That's just me. That's me personally. I'm not because I actually think that if James Harden do what he did last year, that's a regression. They're going to be bad.
I would have to say the Warriors.
If James Harden do what happened to him in that playoffs, like I understand you was a little injured, but Embiid was playing with a torn meniscus and was balling. I'm talking about he was
playing with a grade 2 hamstring strain.
Who?
Harden.
I don't know which one hurt. I know a hamstring, that's the whole entire leg, so that takes the whole leg. But I can't compare pain. I can't compare people's thresholds. But James Harden was out damn near the whole year at one point. You come back and your leg's still a little banged up. Something is wrong with that to me.
I think he was hurt with the trade. I think
that's why I said, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, he might, if he come back and he's not that same player, it's over. You can't stop Kyrie. Kyrie is absolutely unstoppable. Go ahead.
At this point, Harden just wants to be a point guard. He just wants to be the guy passing the ball.
He doesn't want to score. He doesn't want to score. Yeah.
So as long as he's doing that, you got KD and Kyrie. You're doing KD and Kyrie. That's scary.
It is scary.
We actually could have actually had Harden. Harden would have been on our team.
That would have been gross, honestly. Harden with Embiid would have been stupid.
Yeah, right. Because he played point guard.
And the crazy part was, I didn't want Harden because I was like, no, we'll be fine with Ben. But then there's ultimately,
they wanted to take
ultimately we weren't fine with Ben. That was the problem that I had because I got proven wrong. Not that I didn't see the potential in the kid because you were number one almost all year long. So you're not number one for you're number one because y'all are a good team. That's why you're number one. You stayed there because that Eastern Conference is better than the West to me.
They try to take our whole future from us though for home Harden.
Had Miami not played against LeBron and them, they would have won that shit.
You talking about in the bubble?
Yeah,
absolutely.
They would have won that shit. It was just, that was a fire ass team, and they were playing with nobody. That's why what's the name was so damn tired. Like Jimmy Butler, they was playing with fucking reserves, and they was tired. That like Lakers had easy pickings. Like that's why they won that shit. They had easy pickings. Miami should have beat the Lakers to me. Give them. Remember, what's the name was hurt, right?
Dragic,
not just Dragic, but their big man was hurt too.
Bam
was out.
Yeah.
He was playing hurt.
He was playing hurt. That's what I'm saying. That wasn't the same guy that came when they started that bubble. They should have won that damn. They could have won.
I think he was out 2 games because he was hurt.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that Heat team was hobbled by the time they got to the finals just because like they was already playing hurt through the bubble in general.
A lot of pain on that team.
But I still think they are the third best team in the East right now. Like
who?
Who
are we talking about?
The Heat. I think so. I think they're the 4th best team. I'll give them a 4th. I don't think they're better than Brooklyn. I don't think they're better than the Sixers, and I don't think they're better than.
I don't know who the Sixers are this season, honestly.
If they got the same team,
how you know who the Heat is though?
Like as long as the Sixers have Embiid, they're better. They're better than Miami.
I think that the Sixers better than the Heat because you still went out and got Andre Drummond. They made a power move. They went out and got Andre Drummond. That's a power move to me.
That's a good pick because Andre Drummond played power forward for us. That'd be great.
He's not going to start. He's going to be in the bench.
You going to play Drummond at 4? No.
No.
You want to know why I said they put him at 4? Because Andre Drummond can keep up with a lot of people that can keep up with shoot power forward and
like the stretch fours.
But he got to come off the bench. He got to.
They want Embiid to play him. If they want Embiid to be him,
Andre Drummond coming in off the bench, bro.
No, he going. No,
I don't see Drummond starting.
Drummond's starting.
Honestly, I will put Embiid at the 4 before I put Drummond at the 4. Honestly, and I don't want either one at the 4.
Drummond plays center, and what's name play Embiid might play power forward because he's gonna be out on the 3-point line a lot.
Embiid too big to be out of position though.
He
has to be. He has to have that lane to himself. He has to have that lane to himself.
He's been doing it all year, bro.
Not with another big man. That's like saying put him and Dwight in at the same time. Yeah. It wouldn't have worked.
But it's not. Listen, Dwight is not Drummond. That's what you gotta understand.
Dwight is better than Drummond.
No, he's not.
I'm not gonna say now. I don't think so now.
No, he's not.
I think he got more IQ.
Yeah.
No, definitely he has the knowledge, but I don't think he's better than Drummond.
He's not better than
Drummond.
No. Way better defender than
Drummond, think about it. Drummond was actually, when he was in Cleveland, he was balling.
He
just went to a system over there with them. I think that it's the system that wasn't working well for them. Andre Drummond was still okay over in the Lakers, but it was like there's a reason why they got rid of him.
Yeah. Drummond will get you 10 points. Guarantee that. He'll get
I
you
think more.
15 points. He might get you
Yeah, I
15.
think more. Yeah,
I
and then
agree. He'll
block.
get you the boards and the blocks, and he'll give you the defense.
It's the offense.
Yeah.
And he'll give you like 10 points. He'll give you 10 points. All easy.
He'll give you 10 points off like offensive rebounds. That's it.
But so
No,
The
but the thing
Sixers
is,
should have tried to go after Robin
you can
Lopez.
throw him
That's who
loose.
the Sixers should have tried to go get. Is Robin Lopez.
Where's
That
he
would have
at?
been a really good.
Where
He
is
just went over. I think he playing with
I'm at that point.
Listen, pay attention. Last year, Robin Lopez was killing us with that fucking skyhook. I don't know
Yeah.
what he was doing. He was killing us, dude. Like, I'm looking at the game because I was at the Xfinity Live down here in Philly. I'm like, this dude is fucking destroying us with this dumbass skyhook. What is that? And he killing us.
Probably Washington.
He's not with Washington no more. I forgot where he went. I think he went to
No,
the
he was,
Knicks.
I'm looking it up. Right, he was at Washington at the end of this past season.
Yeah, he was watching. That's what I'm saying. He was killing us with that dumbass skyhook.
Yeah, but we ain't lose to Washington.
We didn't, but shit. If we imagine if they had that shit on Atlanta, they would have won the series earlier than that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Washington looked like they was about to upset Philly this year because Washington
damn
gave
sure
Philly
was.
a hard time.
How?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, now we
Yeah,
can.
Bro, I've been talking for like the past half hour. I
Ah,
got so many goddamn takes. And I
sorry
hate
for like
y'all
everybody
for.
was.
First off, CJ McCullough, y'all are trash on his topic. I just want to make sure CJ McCullough gets his proper due. There's no way you are saying that CJ McCullough does not fit the offense.
Oh, I ain't
What?
said
For
that.
who?
That's all
I
them.
think he
All
just
them
hurt
niggas up there
with,
said that.
Wait for Philly?
We
No,
just
I
said
said he
that.
fits Philly.
We
I don't
just
think
said- we said-
he doesn't fit Portland.
No, I said
No, that's what I said for Portland.
No,
No, for Portland stuff.
no.
He's not a championship piece
No.
for us. For Sixers.
Oh,
That's
he
what-
definitely is a championship.
If y'all had a big
No,
man,
he's not. No,
if
he's
y'all
not.
had a
Yeah,
big
he is.
man,
Yeah, he
if
is.
y'all had a big
Yeah, he
man,
is.
like
He's
an
not
Embiid,
going-
there's
he's not
no
going-
way anybody's
he's a-
beating
he's a-
the Portland
he's a-
Trailblazers.
He's a downgrade from he's a downgrade from Ben Simmons, bro. He's something better than that.
They
Wait.
no, he not.
No, not for that
He's going to
defense.
give you more scoring than Ben, and he's going to give you some playmaking still.
Defensively, yes.
McCullough gonna have to play point guard. He's gonna have third. He's gonna have to do a lot.
Let me tell you what the Sixers' biggest reason why they was even in the number one position because they were getting so many steals last year. So I agree
That's
with him
defense.
being a downgrade defensively, but not offensively. Hell
Yeah,
no,
no.
he's a
Offensively,
compliment
he's
piece.
not. Not at
That's
all.
a great piece to have. He averaging over 25 a game, or damn near 25.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's doing that next to Dame.
I'm gonna be honest. In Philly, CJ McCollum is averaging somewhere between 27 and 30, just because of the looks he's gonna get. You have Embiid taking way too much pressure because you have to watch him. So you're gonna leave CJ eventually.
The
And
East
CJ is
don't
gonna-
got good defending shooting guards, so I
No.
agree with you. They don't have. I think Middleton might be if he's even a shoot guard,
He was playing the three last year. He plays like
Don't
but he
don't
probably be the
mention-
best defender defensively.
Don't
Sixers
mention
got the
Middleton to
best
me right now
perimeter
because I
defender.
talked so much shit about him all last year, and he fucking killed everybody.
Sixers got the
Shout
best.
out Tay.
Sixers got the best perimeter defenders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the East,
In
yes.
the East, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably in
Yeah.
Danny Green,
That's in the league.
Fireball?
I would say in the league.
Ben, and then what's the name? And what's the name was
I would
getting
say. I would say in the
Yeah.
league. Easily in
I
the
agree
league.
with you. I'd probably say in the league. I can't think of a team who probably had, maybe Milwaukee because Milwaukee's close.
Milwaukee.
DiVincenzo,
Sixers,
Chris
yeah.
Middleton,
Yeah,
Pat
Holiday.
Matt Holiday.
Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
It's
But the
one of those two teams.
Sixers got a better. The Sixers were better defensively than them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the
yeah,
Sixers
yeah.
are a better defensive team overall, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's because Mike Brown is a defensive coach. Honestly, if you take Mike Brown out of that team and make him an assistant coach, this is what I don't get why teams haven't done this. There's certain coaches who need to be assistant coaches or who need to be a co-coach. If you take D'Antoni and put him with either Mike Brown or who's buddy in New York? Yeah, Thibodeau. Nobody is beating that team
That's
because you literally have the best offensive coach and the best defensive coach. It's no question at that point. I don't know why no one has thought to do that. Put D'Antoni with one of those defensive coaches and let them figure it out. Now, the players may die because they're going to be tired as shit. But the stats won't lie.
Yeah, I think you put a highly talented scorer that can facilitate an advance on the system. I mean, they're gonna do numbers. Like you put like somebody like Dame Miller, but then you still have a defensive post to backside.
That would be filthy. Imagine CP3 in a D'Antoni system.
He wasn't in the D'Antoni system. Houston.
Houston. D'Antoni wasn't in Houston then, was he?
Yeah, that was the coach.
He was the coach.
Oh, really?
No. You're 100% right, bro, because they should have beaten Golden State that year.
Yeah,
but Chris Paul got injured.
Yeah.
They should be champions. Houston probably should be champions.
CP3 is literally that is D'Antoni's
He's cursed.
point guard. Huh?
No, I just think CP3 is cursed. Like, every time you get close to the championship, injured.
He pissed somebody off in another life because he's never winning a championship ever. This is it.
Last chance.
This
there you go.
Year.
Full screen.
And I don't get why. I'll never understand why Phoenix extended him 4 years. I don't get it. That's too long.
No, I just think that you got to wait. He's probably not going to make that full contract anyway. He probably at least two.
I like those niggas in.
Yeah. Listen, after what happened to Phoenix, you got to do what you got to do. I can never say that that's never going to happen again. That could happen again.
They're done, bro.
That's not happening again.
All right, listen. Until it's proven, until I see it happen again, I'm a year by year person, so I can never go back and say, "Oh, that never happened again." Like, no, they beat great teams. They beat great teams. Not good. They beat great teams. You beat the Lakers. That's great. That's a great team. You're a champion. You're a champion team. They beat the Lakers. They beat the Clippers.
Dallas.
Lakers, Clippers, Utah.
Lakers was not the best. Utah.
They didn't beat Utah.
They did beat Utah. That was a conference finals.
No, it was Clippers versus Suns.
I'm sorry. No, but I'm sorry. The Clippers beat Utah.
Yeah.
Denver.
The Clippers shouldn't have beat Utah because I still think Utah is due. I think Utah is still a sleeper team just because of Donovan Mitchell. I like Donovan Mitchell.
I was actually going to change my pick from the Sixers to them being the number defensive team, wing wise, but.
Because who else? Because I don't think Donovan Mitchell's that good of a defender.
I disagree fully. He's a monster.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a good
pass on defense.
I think he overplays.
He does, but he has to because he's like
you have to.
Even.
Yeah.
You got to see who he's playing against. You got to play against Steph. You got to play against Dame. You got to play against Russ. You got to play against CP. You got to play against some great Hall of Fame guards.
The West is going to be nasty. You said the Lakers, but that was the non-healthy. The non-healthy.
When LeBron James is on the court,
you got to count it as a good win. You took
you're
out
LeBron James
in the first round
on the court. You beat this man in the first round. LeBron has won with way less than what he had on that team.
No,
he actually had way better players than he did in Cleveland. On that
team. Was year 18 LeBron. I don't know.
No. But I'm saying when you got LeBron James, listen. That's all I can say. LeBron James was playing. LeBron James was putting up numbers.
LeBron always had somebody else to put up numbers. When he
Anthony Davis, okay. Anthony Davis being hurt, but you still got Octavius Pope. Octavius, you still got damn near the same core you got last year.
But they were all hurt. Like I can understand if I can understand if the Lakers were fully healthy. But Anthony Davis didn't play. LeBron was hurt for the first month before the playoffs. Like it just it's not the same.
Denver, you beat Denver. We're going to say Jamal Murray is just that much of a factor that they still would have.
Yeah, no,
yes,
he is.
Yes. I still think they would have won regardless they had Jamal Murray or not.
Who? Phoenix?
Yeah.
Nah.
It would have been a lot closer.
Look at their positions and tell me who's stopping who. Who all stopping everybody?
It's not some matter of who's stopping who. It's a matter of that the points matching. Like Murray is matching any point guard or shooting guard on that team plus some.
Oh, no, listen. Chris Paul was hurt.
Yeah, but Chris Paul, it's a permanent. Chris Paul's a permanent injury walking. It's like the playoffs first day.
I'm using that as an example to say. I'm using that as an example to say
it's even.
That is an even thing because it ain't like Chris Paul was 100%. His numbers was low. He usually be putting up crazy numbers. His numbers was very low. I know that because I was playing FanDuel and lost a lot of money on Chris. So I know that for sure. But Like Chris was hurt. So he was playing with, you got to think, it was really the new guys that was balling. Jay Crowder was lighting threes up.
Yeah.
What's the name stepped all, I'm happy for him. I'm going to be honest with you.
I forgot who Payne, I think his name is.
Ayton, I'm extremely happy for him. My guy that's straight from Villanova, from Philly, we came over there and was balling. So it was like they had people that stepped up, but then you go and you beat the Clippers with a bum Chris, with a down Chris Paul too.
I say Payton. Payton was balling for them in the
Payton, yeah, not Payne, but Payton. Yeah,
he was killing.
He was, but he wasn't supposed to be in that situation.
But he's the one from Villanova.
He wasn't supposed to be in that.
But he was the X factor of that series.
Bridges.
Bridges. I'm sorry, that's Bridges. That's Bridges. My bad. That's Bridges.
Payton was considered one of the worst guards that ever got drafted.
Yeah, but you talking about, but sometimes that don't even matter. That don't even matter. Tom Brady was the worst quarterback in his draft. He's the greatest quarterback of all time at this point.
Huh?
I said Tom Brady was the worst quarterback in his draft, and he's the greatest quarterback of all time at this point. You never know what's going to happen when actually somebody get a different type of fire.
They only said he was the worst quarterback because Michigan always was the running system.
Who?
Michigan always was like the running system. No, I'm talking about
Brady?
Yeah, the college he came from. It was always the running system.
Oh, yeah. No, his combine was the worst in NFL history.
Running the ball? That's it.
No. We're talking about Tom Brady's.
His combine was the worst in
was
NFL
horrible.
history.
Yeah. He wasn't strong. He almost ran a 5.0 for his 40. Like
that
it was
boy
horrible.
was like a horse running. Struggling to get off that fucking field.
But that never classified the quarterback.
But I'm saying that to say for the guy you speaking on, that you say he was the worst point guard coming out his draft. But look what happened when you get trained different, when you see different, when you play different, sometimes you can get a different mentality. Them people who be bums will blossom like that because because they seen their potential jump out of them. Sometimes it's like that. Everybody not Krillin. Everybody not a Krillin. Sometimes people turn into Piccolo. It happens. Like
they actually re-signed, bro. They re-signed him to
yeah, as they should.
Team
need to stay exactly where they at because Ayton has experience. Now you got to think what happened to I will keep forgetting his name now. Devin Booker. The fact that he just went through that pain. Oh my God! Guess what's about to happen to the league now?
I still think that they're not getting to the second round.
No, this man about to transform. Yeah. That's who I'm got for MVP. Who's going to be at least top 5 in MVP? I got Devin Booker in top 5 MVP. That man about to come out.
Devin's a monster, though.
Think about it. If he played like this in a season, he would be MVP right now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He just got some type of fire under him. He experienced playing against a 7-game series. He experienced what Michael Jordan experienced. He experienced what LeBron James experienced. Kevin Durant. All the players.
Oh, well, I guess the internet didn't even like his take.
Kobe
the internet didn't even like his take.
Kobe kicked him. Damn.
Well, Kobe said, you said what? Well, that actually brings up a good topic. Who do you think will be the top 5 MVPs of next year?
Why?
Listen. Kobe heard you and was like, "Go by." Kobe heard you was like, "Stop."
Yeah, Kobe said Kobe had to be out.
I gotta beat him, dude.
Yeah, but the question was, who's going to be the top 5 for MVP choosing next year?
Yeah,
I got
Embiid, Giannis, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and one more.
Y'all not gonna say the best player in the NBA right now?
Hold on. Let everyone say that. Let everyone say that.
I'm not disrespecting LeBron. I think LeBron gonna take a step back to watch guys do different things.
I'm just saying. Who's the NBA? That's what I'm trying to figure out. It ain't Durant.
I think for the past 8 years, it's been one person.
Luka. There we go.
Giannis?
That's my top 5.
Giannis.
I say
LeBron
Giannis,
James.
I say Giannis.
KD,
Giannis, KD, Embiid, Devin Booker, and Luka.
So the thing is, if you're putting KD in there, I'm putting LeBron. Like if KD can grab MVP, then I think LeBron can. The only reason LeBron wouldn't is because he may take a step back just because you have.
That's
Russ
the only
there.
reason why I don't have him in there.
You have Russ there.
I think Kevin Durant it's too much of a scorer to not be in the MVP. LeBron's not a scorer.
Or y'all say people getting better. Y'all might as well just put Trey Young and Luka in there. Just keep them in there alone.
I don't think Trey gonna get in that conversation.
Nah.
He gonna be top 10, but I don't think he gonna get in that conversation.
He may hit top 7.
Huh?
Listen, y'all got it messed up. If he play like how he played in the playoffs, bro, he's a threat.
True.
But he's not.
Yeah,
he's not.
He's a
But
threat.
We don't know
Listen.
yet because that was a different level for him. So he may that
He
that
stepped up to
may,
that level too.
and
Well,
that's what
that's
I'm
his
saying.
stage,
The
though.
biggest difference
got
between
some
the
people-
playoffs and what you see during the season is that you're getting different looks. Every team plays differently. Every team has a different pace.
So
When you're playing in the
bro.
playoffs, you're literally squared in on one team to go up against. It's
Right.
going to be easy for you to be able to manipulate that team, especially since you play them 6 to 7 times. Hopefully only 4, but you're playing the same team.
right. So here's my counter to that. Usually in the playoffs, defense gets tougher, and he was picking them apart. So usually you see players like him, like Steph, go off during the regular season, and then once you get to the playoffs, it's like, all right, well, let's play some real defense, and it's over. The fact that now, granted, what you can say is the teams he played. Well, no, he played against
that was
defensive
gonna be my
teams.
counter.
He
Yeah,
played New York. He played Milwaukee. Who else?
And the
And
Sixers.
Philly.
The 76ers.
Philly.
in Philly.
Yeah, so they played
But
all
the-
the defensive teams.
And
I
Hart.
can't speak for. Only reason why I can't put Philly in there is because their key point guard shit bet so bad that I don't think he was mentally in that game. I don't think he was mentally in that series. He still played awesome.
Scorer. He's a bad
Believe me,
scorer.
he still played awesome.
It's not bad as bad as a scorer. That's it.
Yeah, he still. Yeah,
So we can't call him bad, bro. It's just that we grew up on the game on some just making balls in the basket. Y'all judging him off of him not making that. That's not good.
So what I will say, if I had to pick my 5 right now and for MVP, I probably would say, shit, that's hard. I gotta put Luka in there. I think Luka is the one eventually. I got Luka there. I got I don't think Giannis is gonna get another one. I think that's more so just the league. The league does not like to give people too much hardware in general. So that's why I keep Giannis out. I'll put KD. I'll put Russ. I'm gonna put Russ. And let me explain why. Because if Russ comes in and he does his triple-double thing, which we know he's gonna try and do, and that Lakers team ends up in a top 2 or 3 seed. Now I don't think they will, but if they do, you have to put Russ in that conversation.
the only way that works is if LeBron James averages 24 minutes a game, and that would be the lowest he's ever done in NBA history.
Is that beyond belief though?
Yes, and not so much that it's the right call in my head, but so much that for his legacy, I don't think that would let him do it. Now,
So here's the
I
thing:
think he's
he
still
wants
going
those
for
points.
Kareem's score.
Yeah.
exactly, and that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Like he's gonna have to at least get 26 minutes to 28 if he wants to go for that Kareem number. And I doubt they're gonna let him sit. I don't even think he's gonna want to sit for majority of that time.
He needs to. It depends on what's most important.
You're talking about sitting close to a quarter. Like I don't see him doing that.
Are you ready to break Kareem record?
He's close. He's on par. He's on par to do it.
That's what kills me. Like people say that he's not a scorer, but he's literally
About
About to
to,
score the most points
in history.
Like,
Like it doesn't make sense.
He has surpassed everyone that you say is a scorer.
If he beat that, Mike got a bad argument with him now.
Well, the only thing that Mike can say that's a good argument is Mike did it within a decade. He took 2.
Yeah, true.
Who? Mike Jordan?
Yeah, Michael Jordan did everything that he did within a decade. And it took LeBron 20 years to do it.
No, he's not in the
Yeah.
decade. He got
They
drafted
did
in,
it.
82,
They
right?
both won year 8, I think. They both won in like year
No,
8,
not 82,
something like that.
No, Jordan only played 13 seasons, right?
All right, so
I thought it was
when he
16.
got
No,
drafted?
he paid 15.
15 seasons?
It's like 15,
When he
16.
got drafted?
And I
'Cause he
really
retired
can't
and
count
came
the
back.
Wizards year. I really can't. I
You have
mean,
to.
You got to.
He averaged 20. If you, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
He averaged
yeah,
20.
okay, yeah. So what took 15 years without shooting threes is taking LeBron 20.
That's why I'm sitting back. Like the way that scoring is now, everybody gets so hyped on passing this person up. Listen, at the end of the day, the league changed and made it easier to score.
Yeah.
Because you used to be able to sit under people. You used to be able to do shit like that and cut them off.
Yeah.
And hand check.
And hand check. Oh my God. People don't have no respect for hand checking at all. I know a lot of y'all who probably, if y'all around my age, like Gus, me, and you, if you know what hand checking was, somebody put that fucking thumb in your ribs and move you.
That's it.
And you over here trying to cross over, and then nigga got his hands on you. Like, God damn. Especially sticking dude that how them 90s dudes was. They was cock fucking
right here.
diesel.
Look, that hand was going right here.
Exactly.
Just all the time, just right straight arm right there, just like that.
So you just tear my ass up, man.
So you call some person, the person put his hand in your chest. So I'm like, that's not cool. It's like I can't get past you. Why you doing that? They don't call fouling. I'm like,
no, because they'll push you back. What they're literally doing is they're pushing you back.
Exactly.
So the fact that Michael was able to do that, but I will say, and Jay, we were talking about this the other day. Michael also benefited from hand checking because that's how he got that Defensive Player of the Year award because he hand checked too.
Mm-hmm.
Mike hand checked. It's just that other teams did it a lot more egregiously. Like, you know. Detroit was boxing. Detroit was out there and was playing the wrong sport.
Mike was top 3 in skills too.
True, he was.
My bad, fam.
And I know for a fact if Mike had the rules that he have right now,
50.
No, Mike has 40.
No.
I think he might break Will Chamberlain's record against the Knicks.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think so.
Knicks, right? Because he would love to do it in Madison Square Garden. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it just like this. You cannot. There is no more. It's for fun. We love comparing LeBron and Michael. There is no comparison. He cannot play against this ghost. He can never touch him. He can never do nothing to him. So trying to compare these two, it don't make sense.
Well,
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why. Because Michael, you got to think about it. I'm gonna take Michael's perspective. He never calls himself the greatest to ever do it. He said, "If you think this guy is better than me, okay, I'll leave it as that." I can't never say that I'm better than Wilt Chamberlain because I never played against him.
I'm gonna be honest though, Michael plays that in a certain he plays it funny because if someone asks him that, he'll say, I never played him, blah 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 blah. You gotta look at Mike to see what he really feels. When you look at Mike, there's this look, that eyebrow goes up, and that corner of his mouth. He's don't play with me, because he knows.
But it's how you define Michael. When you ask him a comparison, he'll answer it. But if you say something that triggers him, he'll tell you it. Mike is an easily triggered person. Because as soon as you okay, so let's take for instance, like I said, they say Michael, we're saying that this person's better. You'll see Michael look up in the air and he'll go, okay, if you feel as though he's better than me, okay. But he'll tell you anybody in his generation, he'll tell you that in a second. I cooked this dude. Yeah. You walking into locker rooms with Hall of Famers sitting right there and telling them, hey, yo, B. Scott, who I got to play against? I don't know if y'all know this story. He told B. Scott, yo, I see you got a bum foot, man. Everything good? I'm good, Mike, I'm good. He just said he made sure not to look him in his eye. Said the guy, he said, who I got to play against? Oh, you got to play against him. Oh, that's 50. Who just says that and then go and get it?
No, but that's because Michael was a sociopath. Michael is a nut. People don't realize that Michael is clinically insane. And he literally made shit up in his head to go out and get points.
And that's why the league is the way it is now, because of him.
That's why I'm saying it's impossible to compare LeBron versus him. Now, if we are talking a Magic in comparison to LeBron, those are two of the same people. I know people hate that take because they're technically Magic was a point guard, and I'm gonna say technically he was a point guard. But that man was a center playing point guard, destroying people. And that's what LeBron is.
I'm gonna tell you the real comparison. That
he was there for a power forward.
Yeah, the comparison, Magic. That's a good comparison.
You got to compare off the position.
Is Scotty 10 times better?
No, Scotty never had the passing. Scotty never had the passing that LeBron did.
He led the league. He led that team in assists.
Yeah, But he only averaged like what 7, I think. Let me see.
Okay, but that's also a different.
But this
era.
is why it's so hard to compare players to players of now.
You
Because-
can't
Yeah.
because it's
Because
different.
the league was so
Yeah.
different. You can sit back, we can all sit back and talk about how great Steph Curry was as a shooter. But if I had to pick, I'm like, I would never, I'm not, you know what? I leave Steph Curry alone. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I cannot fuck with that because shooting the ball is a whole different animal.
no.
That's a different animal. If you can score, fuck it. That man is the greatest shooter to ever do it. The one thing he's always gonna have
Why nobody I'm talking clutch?
clutch. Who that?
If you're talking clutch, that's different.
Yeah,
The clutch gene is something different.
If you want to shoot in
He
clutch,
had clutch genes. He had clutch genes.
I would say Larry don't. He don't got a clutch gene like Larry Bird and Reggie Miller.
Yes, he does.
He don't got that clutch. No,
Yeah. So the only time Scotty
Steph
averaged
Curry.
7 assists was in 91. Everything
that
else
was
was
a really
five
good
five
year.
assists a
That's
game.
not clutch.
But then, like
Who's not clutch?
he was saying that he said that Steph Curry is not more clutch than Reggie Miller and Larry Bird.
He's not. No, the problem is he's not as loud about it. Reggie and Larry and them they were assholes.
But
That's
what you know. But you know what? I'm gonna say something about that. As far as it being clutch, if we're talking about it, Steph Curry, the reason why you can say that is because people like Larry Bird made a career off of stuff like that.
Yeah.
That wasn't Steph Curry game. Steph lived at the 3-point line. That wasn't Larry Bird and
And then also you got to remember
he lived at the 3-point line.
You got to remember Golden State. You got to remember Golden State was blowing people out of the state. It wasn't close. Those like Larry Bird and Johnson, those were grind games. Those games were still
That's the
grind.
reason why I was clutch because it was a 1 second left, and I put up the 3 and I hit the clutch shot to win. Or it probably was 10 seconds left, and I hit that shot, but it put us in position to win the game. That's clutch. Stuff never had to be clutch. They was rocking motherfuckers about 50.
Right.
I'm on my phone going.
But the thing is,
I'll see y'all next year. I'll see y'all next week.
All right, boy.
All right,
Live from me.
be safe, brother.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if Steph Curry will ever touch Reggie Miller or that bad man. I just,
clutchness?
Yeah. I don't. I mean, yes.
He never had to be clutch though. That's
exactly why. It's like to me, and I know this is probably another hot take too, but Steph is definitely on the twilight of his peak.
No, I think that's true.
No.
And the fact that he's on the twilight of his peak and he only has 3 rings now?
Yeah.
There's no way he is
Steph
touching
on
Bird.
line?
There's no way he's touching Bird.
I mean, Bird has what, 2 more rings?
I'm gonna be honest. No, so I'm gonna be honest, and I don't care what anyone says. I'm gonna tell you why Steph makes a case for me. He's breaking at least top 10, and depending on what else he can do before he ends his career, he could be top 5 because he's literally revolutionized the game. Steph Curry changed the game.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
3 rings. So I'm sorry, someone who literally changed the game and won after changing the game, you have to put them. He was dominant.
Isaiah Thomas did the same thing though.
He didn't change the game.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
They changed the defense because of his team.
The league did not. The league did not change its whole style of play because of Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
They didn't. Literally, do you remember what the league was before Steph? Yep.
Will Chamberlain?
Yep.
I think
AI.
Allen Iverson, yes. Michael Jordan.
Yep, above the rim.
And
Shaq.
Was
I can't even say Shaq.
And now Steph Curry.
I can't say Shaq.
No. They changed it. They changed it because of the dominance of how he was in the paint. He changed the game as far as big men.
Yeah.
He changed the game as far as big men. Nobody was ever as dominant as that. But I get what you're trying to say. Like somebody who has an overall impact, I get that factor. Like I would say that Shaq. But it's like I'm trying to think what center. Oh, Shaq didn't make 3 in the K. Will Chamberlain made 3 in the K. That was the reason why. Will Chamberlain used to stand under the basket and just
8 seconds to the back. 8 seconds in the back.
8 seconds to the basket probably was probably the thing. Yeah. But I would say Hakeem.
But they got rid of
To be
hand
honest,
checking
I
because of
say
the Pistons.
Hakeem Olajuwon
That's because they weren't hand checking
quietly.
anymore.
I think Hakeem Olajuwon quietly changed the game because he was one of the first big men that was a shooter.
True.
Yeah.
And like pretty much every big man that was dominant after Hakeem went to Hakeem to learn how to be a dominant big man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How to
Yeah.
shoot.
Because
Like,
his
about it,
footwork.
Yao Ming started putting up threes and actually making them. He was a great free throw shooter, not bad, not good, great. He was like almost 90%, something like that. That's for a 7'6" guy.
That's nasty.
And he had a really good jump shot.
Oh, he was cash from 16 and
he
in.
was really good at jump.
Yeah, if his back
shooting.
ever lasted.
Yeah.
Or his leg.
It was his leg.
Oh,
He
yeah,
had
but-
bad knees and stuff like
I
that.
gotta
Like
jump
back
back
foot.
like 2 topics. I never gave my top 5 for MVP.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry,
I didn't even get my
go
top
ahead.
5.
Go ahead. I know what his is gonna be. His obviously gonna be LeBron. So you know.
Me?
No, my guy right here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback off Gus. I think Luka's gonna be in there, and I really do think that Trae Young can make a shot for it.
That's not a
And
bad
add in
pick.
Steph because I don't know how y'all left him off. Like,
I don't see same reason that I left Giannis off. I don't see the league giving him another MVP unless he comes in and averages 40.
Steph. They almost gave it to him last year, and we didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, they did. And you know what? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't even think about that.
That's true.
Yeah, and I'm gonna add Jokic again.
Now, Steph would almost got it had the people I named on my list weren't injured.
True.
Embiid would be this MVP. Easy.
Yeah, if he didn't miss any games last year, Embiid would have got the MVP.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I believe in. Hear me out when I say this. I believe top 5 next year is going to be Luka. He's definitely going to be in there. If Embiid has a repeat year, and I don't think that's going to happen, especially with the turmoil that's happening inside that team.
Yeah,
I don't think that he's going to have a repeat year, but he could be. I definitely think if it's not Russ, it's definitely going to be LeBron. And that's only because whoever's controlling the ball is going to get that MVP. That's just whoever controls the ball. KD definitely. And then for me, it's going to be a split between. It's tough, man, because I really want to say Dame. I really feel like if they can pick up somebody else, a scorer, I don't know who, a trade, something, because they got to make some type of move. There's, especially with Melo leaving, I don't see that there's any big man that can really help them on their team.
No,
I don't see Dame. I don't see Dame. I think Dame's gonna have the same results he had this year, where he's gonna look like an MVP for a while, and there's gonna be a downhill slide from that point.
He's just gonna fizzle out.
On in the air, he's gonna fizzle out because he don't have enough.
Yeah, but it's if they play nothing but defense, they can be the fastest team in the league. Period. They have nothing but guards. They could literally do 7 seconds or less.
I really do think that. I think Dame.
I mean, but that's the league this year.
Portland is up.
It needs to be. It should have been up 3 years ago.
I say 2 because they could have. I say 2. I say 2 years ago. I no. Like when they got Carmelo, I wanted to see that.
And what y'all think about Chicago? Because they all guards too. I mean, they young guards, but they all guards too.
What you mean?
I like Chicago. They made some moves. You still got the dude from Orlando. You want to got him. So and then they you got the ball. What's his name? Lonzo.
Guard,
but he's a point guard. He's a really good point guard.
I mean, he's a center playing guard. Like I get it. Like they have
Lonzo.
Yes, Lonzo's almost 7 feet.
No, he's 6'6".
No, what?
Yeah, he's 6'6".
Lonzo's a 6'5", 6'6".
I thought he was at least 6'7". Hold on, let me look.
No, he's not 6'6".
That's LaMelo you thinking of.
LaMelo, his
okay. That I was thinking of his brother.
LaMelo's my height.
Okay.
LaMelo the same height.
I'm tired of. So wait, all you niggas. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say.
Time out. He's like 5'11". He's like 5'10". That's why it's so confusing.
Don't do me, Justin. Justin, I swear I'll fly there and fight you. You gonna give me my 6 feet, nigga?
He want that extra.
Yo, no. Time out. You know how like the Air Force got that little pad at the bottom? That give him his 6 foot.
Got you.
Okay. Dallas, right, Justin? You're in Dallas, right?
But who else you got? I'm sorry, I think you got a couple more. You said.
Well, no, that's why I said my fifth would be a split between Dame and Giannis. Because I just don't know. Like, honestly, 4 and 5 it's 4 people, because you're talking about between Russ and LeBron, and then you're talking to me. I feel like Dame can still do a push. I don't see it if they don't make any moves. But Giannis and Dame were on the same level, except for Giannis lucked up with all the injuries that happened.
I can't. I don't feel bad for injuries like that.
No, I don't feel bad. It's a ring.
Yeah,
a ring's a ring, but
it's a part of the sport. I mean, you want to play people at their best, but only team I think really could have beaten them that wasn't Brooklyn was Philly. And after that, I was like, who beating Giannis? And I'm like, honestly, they was going to demolish everybody they played against. And I honestly thought Phoenix was going to win that. I honestly did. I thought Phoenix, I was like, okay, they're going to stop at Phoenix.
Right.
But I really do think that the Bulls is definitely going to be the next Lob City. I think that's going to be so nasty.
Yeah, no, they're going to be exciting.
I can't wait. Oh, see, he's actually talking about more Bulls. Like, I can't wait. Zach is going to have so many highlights. It's over. It is over.
I think it's going to be a lot of dunking.
6, 7 next season.
Who did they get? I know they made moves.
They got
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I forgot they got DeMar DeRozan.
Yes.
You talking about a speed guard team?
Oh, they gonna have a. Oh, they front. They 3.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're nothing but guards.
Yeah, no,
they're nothing but guards.
Lonzo is gonna put that ball exactly where it needs to go.
Who's the one that just got traded from Orlando? The big man.
Nick Vucevic.
Oh man!
And he's just gonna clean up the boards.
I don't know what their power forward is, but
you don't really. I mean,
yeah, marketing. They need
why do they got Robin Lopez?
They had him like
they had
4 years ago.
Yeah, like last year or the year before. No, the year before.
It was a while ago.
Them dudes been on every damn team. Well, at least Robin.
Yeah, Robin.
Yeah, Robin been everywhere.
Robin's a journeyman. He's gonna pass.
Nothing wrong with that. That's cool. You know, he traveling. Yeah. Shit, have fun.
And they got Pat Will.
They got who?
Pat Will. Patrick Beverly too.
No, they don't got Beverly.
No, they don't got Pat Bev.
No,
don't say
Minnesota.
that.
I'm sorry. All right.
I was about to say they got Pat Bev. I don't know who's.
I don't even know if that helps. Like, if they have him, like, what does he do?
No, talking about coming off the bench, just being the speed guy, like straight defense and speed, just throwing the straight. Patrick Beverly. If he played with the Bulls, he would have to score. I don't know if that's something that he hasn't done in a while.
They would get a spark that would be like how Phoenix had their spark.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a spark, like something like that. Like, y'all just catch fire, and it's like you got to act on that fire now.
To me, again, it reminds me of Lob City. Like, it's just you have nothing but people that's banging out there.
Oh, Caruso too? Yeah, you're right. It's a bunch of dunkers and shit. Yeah. I don't think it's a Lob City thing. I think they have better scorers on that team than Lob City had.
They're gonna go 45.
Well, yeah, they got shooters. Yeah.
They'll get 45 wins this year.
What you think? 7, 8?
Yeah, probably maybe slip into the 6, depending. Because who's in the East
I don't think they're a playoff contender, but
no, they're playoffs. In the East,
I don't think they're better than the Hornets, though.
No, they are.
The East is way better than what it was.
They're better than They're better than the Hornets. Who does the Hornets have outside of Airbnb? Besides those two, who else do they have?
I mean, they're getting the other LeVar, and they're getting the other ball brother now.
Yeah,
have you seen him play?
Yeah, he put up 18 minutes the first summer league. Listen. I'm not expecting him.
He can shoot.
I'm not expecting him to get 20 and 10. I'm expecting him to get 15 and 8 at max.
You playing with your brother? I know what it was like when I played with my brother.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, that's true. If you playing with your brother, like your best friend or anything like that, that's a different kind of.
And not only are you getting 15 and 8, but you're getting they average 70 points last year. That's 85. They're definitely going to be able to wing at least an 8 seed.
I think they get like a 6, 7 seed.
Hold on.
Because the thing is with the Bulls, like, as much offense as they got hella offense.
So who do you think will be the 8 from coming out the East then?
No, I'm about to look up the teams right now in the Eastern Conference.
I got to get ready to get off here because my phone about to die in a sec, but I got to leave anyway. But
I was expecting to do a 2-hour show this week anyway. So.
An 8 seed will probably be the Bulls.
Nah, because look, real quick, you got Philly, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, New York, Atlanta, Miami, Boston, Washington, Indiana, Charlotte,
The Bulls is
Toronto.
going to be the 8 seed.
Toronto's
Every team
definitely
you
going.
when you went down that list, they're not better than Atlanta. They're not better than they're not
The
better
Heat
than
is definitely going.
They're going to be at least 7 or 8. One of them two.
I can see them going. I don't
They're
think
not
New York
better than
has
the
another
Knicks.
year. Because look, I gave the Bulls 45, right? I gave them 45 wins. Philly had 49.
Last year they had 49.
Yeah, and they were the 1 seed.
Yeah.
I don't think the Bulls. Well,
So,
right,
I give the Bulls 45. I put them at a 5 or 6. Honestly,
I don't think
they're
they're that
better.
high.
I think they're better than New York. I think they
that
can be.
could, yeah.
I
Better
think
scores.
they're better than.
They're
I
not
think
better
they're
than New York. I don't think they're better.
They
than
have
New
way
York.
more scoring
Yeah,
options.
they're better.
They have
I think
way
they're
more
better
scoring
than New York.
options.
Until
I think
it's
way
proven,
more.
I think New
Washington?
York is the sleeper team in the East. The sleeper.
Washington?
Number one sleeper in the East.
Washington.
Washington
They
without
just got
Russ.
Kemba Walker. Like, that's what I'm saying. You went out and you got yourself a good point guard. That's all they didn't have was a point guard. Not saying Derrick Rose wasn't, but Derrick Rose is he plays different now.
He's at 6 role. He's at 6 man now.
He's a
That's
6
what
man.
strong is.
He's
like,
got
yeah.
a legitimate starting point guard at this point. I think Kemba Walker bull crapped his last year in Boston.
I just can't. I can't put
I
that
think he wanna
much
be there.
faith in Barnett or Barrett or whatever. What's RJ Barrett? I think it is.
Barrett
I
hasn't.
can't put that much faith in
Barrett
him.
hasn't impressed me at all.
I think he's
I mean, he's good,
But then you went out and got somebody to kind of like when you got Randall and he stepped his game all the way up, he took a back seat. It's all about who's going to like Randall has to take a front seat. He has to
but
understand
Randall
that
just
he's
took
the
like a
future.
Jermaine O'Neal role. Like I'm not seeing him really flourish into like an NBA star. Like he can't shoot threes. He still
Jermaine O'Neal was a most improved player before, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like like, you caught that. You caught that.
Like, whoa, shit.
You've been on a Jermaine O'Neal kick for about 2 weeks now.
Listen,
talking about Jermaine O'Neal for like 2 weeks.
It's only because
now.
of the documentary. He reminded me of who he was, so I was like, I gotta give credit where credit's due.
His game like Jermaine O'Neal. He's like a poor man's Jermaine O'Neal.
Yes,
Because Jermaine O'Neal was better than Randall. I'm sorry.
Way better.
He was
Way
way
better.
better.
Yeah,
than
that's
Randall.
not
way
even.
better.
I wouldn't
No
even compare
disrespect
the
to
two.
Randall. Randall, you watch this one day, bro. It's no disrespect. We just,
Yeah,
that's-
no.
I'm a 2000s player. It is what it is. But
Yeah.
and I think that he's like Amari Stoudemire in a weird way.
I couldn't give him Amari Stoudemire because Amari Stoudemire was destroying everybody in the paint.
Knicks Amari Stoudemire.
Okay,
He reminded me of that
bad
Knicks
knees.
Amari
Okay,
Stoudemire.
yeah.
Where it was like,
I can see that.
damn, he's really good. Like it was like
No, you know
Amari
who
was
he
my
reminds me
man.
of?
That
He
was
A better
reminds me of
Carlinko?
a very poor man, Zach Randolph.
I can't agree with that.
He better than
Zebo?
He
I
better
said a
than
poor
Zebo
man,
offensively.
Zebo.
No, I think he better than Zebo
No,
offensively.
he's not better.
Zebo
Can
was a
shoot
very-
inside the
Zebo can
paint.
shoot in the paint.
You see, I had to make that asterisk. He can shoot inside the paint. Like,
yeah.
no.
What?
I mean,
Oh
man
yeah,
said-
you're probably right.
Yeah.
No,
He'll actually get a chance to show up.
bro. I'm gonna say this now. I'm about to get off here after this.
Yeah, I am too, actually.
Randall, that's his fault. It don't matter who is in the playoffs with him. He did that to himself. He psyched himself out, and he Ben Simmons that playoffs.
Yeah.
He Ben Simmons that playoffs. That's
But
why when
during
you
the
say
entire
study up with
season, he
Kemba,
only shot like what 31% from the
he
three.
was
So
horrible.
No, he
was
shot
horrible.
41%.
That was on him.
he what?
He
Yeah.
understood
Yes,
that.
he shot
Think about
41%
it.
from 3.
I'm sorry, I wasn't watching the
He
Knicks,
should be getting
so
the
I
same
can't.
type of destruction that Ben Simmons is getting. He was worse than Ben Simmons to me because
But
he was
I
the
give him a
scorer. He
pass.
was the number one. No. I can't because you were the number one
option.
on the team.
Yeah.
Ben
yeah.
wasn't. Ben just didn't show up in another way.
So here's
But
why
he-
I gave him a pass. Because this was his first playoff series.
Second,
Was it a second?
because I think he went with the Lakers.
No. Lakers didn't make it with him.
Oh yeah, no, because he got traded.
This is
Never
his-
mind.
this is
Yeah,
his
yeah,
first
you're
playoff
right. You're right.
series. First playoff series.
Wait, he didn't go
as
to New Orleans?
No.
No, he didn't.
No. First playoff series as the man, because that was at that point he
Yeah.
was the man. So first playoff series as the man. Like, and it's New York. You know how New York is.
Yeah.
He was a lot of pressure.
But you got to think, who's New York's cousin right now? Philadelphia. We might actually be worse than New York. We hate players once you lose. I'm from Philly. We hate people when they lose. I don't hate
Oh, I
people.
think company just came to my house. I'm about
When
to get in
I
trouble.
literally walked outside when Ben Simmons and them lost that game 7, dude,
Y'all hated him.
dude,
Yeah, no, it was nasty.
dude.
Yeah, I don't know how
It
he
felt
made it
like
home.
LeBron James left
Like,
Cleveland again.
And he looked like the clicker
It felt
from
like LeBron
the
left
Bills
Cleveland
teams.
again.
Yeah.
That's why I sit back and say I don't have a problem with I don't have an issue with Ben Simmons necessarily because it was a lot of other factors. They should have won that series a long time ago, way before Ben Simmons was trash.
Yeah.
It's just that now it was like so much trash was happening. We obviously seen the trash. Like it was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, this the bag right here.
Yeah.
This just stinks. Like what the fuck is that's what it was. Excuse my language, but Randall, no, like I said once again, that's too much of a fall off for me.
I think the best team
He
in the
was
East
trying
is
too
the
hard
Heat,
to
though.
win.
Just gonna
That
throw that
he
out
was
there.
In
actually
the
a
East,
problem.
no, it's Brooklyn.
It's the Nets.
Listen. If they stayed healthy for more than a month, I'll give it to them. Until then, the best team in the East right now is the Heat.
See, I look at it the opposite way. Until they walk in not
went to
healthy.
the next round. Brooklyn actually went to the next round. So
Yeah, listen. 1 and 2. I am saying 1 and 2. Until Brooklyn can stay consistent,
that's
a starting
crazy.
lineup for a month, I refuse.
Look, you can say whatever you want, but Brooklyn lost because Kevin Durant's foot was too big. If Kevin Durant's foot was an inch smaller, they win.
Yeah. Listen. I'm dying on my throne. I'm gonna just say this now. I'm saying this now. Kyle Lowry is about to drop 30.
Stop it.
No.
I'll be out, y'all. Y'all be safe. I'll talk to y'all, man.
All right, man. He said 30.
Kyle Lowry about to drop 30.
You were
With that, we're
tripping.
going to wrap up the show. Thank everybody for tuning in. Thank y'all for coming on.
Hey, hold on. We got facts in here. Check the comment section.
Someone mute Justice Mike, please.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Well, we will be back here next Friday, 7:30. You know, Justin, you more than welcome to come on. Of course, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be here.
Yeah, I should be around.
All right, y'all. Have a nice
But
night.
I'm using Kyle Lowry in 2K. If anybody want it, just saying.
Stop it.
Look, I'm getting ready to throw my 2K out the window before